sometimes separate, and really enable the rest of the team, something especially, I think, as well, to take really optimal fights and just take over games. Jing is a special caliber of player, and genuinely, it is amazing to see that 4 years of PaperX when, you know, a few years ago we didn't even know if he was going to get to compete again.
Yeah, true. But you know what also blows my mind about that? You mentioned Forsaken as well. Yeah. And it's like just the fact that they have that much versatility up front like that with something, with Forsaken, with Jing. It is a scary combination.
If we had more minutes, I'd love to yap about Forsaken.
Yeah, we don't have enough. We don't have enough time. You see, the time is clicking over there, ticking down. All right, but that means it's time for the results of our MasterCard fan poll. Earlier, we asked you lovely people if the Pacific region will fight off elimination and make top 4, and you resoundingly said yes. And you know, I don't disagree with that.
I don't blame them either.
Because you got PaperX and DRX. Both teams are looking good. PaperX coming off of their Masters Toronto win. They had a setback, but they went up against a Fnatic that was just game and ready to go.
Let's just appreciate how goated yesterday was for the side of PaperX.
One
of the teams had to be the loser. I think that this will be much more devastated if Fnatic had lost and they had to play with a sub today, because we'll have the narrative of, oh, if Alpha wouldn't have been sick, then maybe would have exactly what could have been. So I think that for PaperX, this is just another challenge that is going to be on their list for 2025, because if they manage to have this lower bracket run and again get to the final, we are going to see the actual final.
And conversely, for Team Heretics, if they're able to overcome the choo-choo train and be able to stop PaperX in their track, what does that mean for them in this lower bracket final? Well, let's see what our talent thought. What does the broadcast team think the chips are going to fall? And the results are in.
What? I thought the DRX was a hot take.
Yeah, me too, but it seems to be the majority. I mean, maybe it's off the back as well that the MIBR players, like Aspas, he tweeted about saying that he's feeling ill, he's under the weather right now, but still breaking kill records. Still breaking kill records, by the way, when he's feeling under the weather.
He had his Jordan moment.
Yeah,
okay.
Michael Jordan
Despite
moment.
The loss.
This guy is the GOAT for a reason. But that is crazy. But then again, like, I can understand that there aren't too many Heretics believers. I mean, it's all stacked against them. PaperX have had this spot before.
But Bren, you chose the coin.
I did.
The coin told you to go with
Past 3 days, I've been predicting with a coin. Because all my Preds have been absolute hot ass up until that point. So I was like, I'm going to leave it in Fate's hand. And the coin, I disrespected the coin on one day. I didn't trust it. I messed it around with it. And I got both my Preds wrong. That was my fault. But the days I've trusted the coin, I got them all right. And the coin today said Heretics and DRX.
If you didn't trust it, maybe now he's going to punish you.
PaperX.
I think for Heretics, what happened yesterday with Fnatic, I was like, I kind of have to go with it.
Hey, I feel it. I feel it. It's really anyone's game here. But let's go ahead and get this show on the road and find out which teams are going to survive and continue their hunt for the trophy, continue their hunt for glory. Day 15 of Champions Paris starts right now.
Tapi stream dulu.
Sabar.
Shenum starts to rotate.
Before this match, my main goal was to be in the finals and go to Accra Arena and play the top 3 of Champions Paris.
Is NRG round by round, never down, never out.
But I will do everything that I can so we can go to the grand finals.
다음 상대가 MIBR인데
다음 상대가 MIBR이래.
팀이잖아요. 둘 다 좋은 경기를 펼칠 수 있는 계기가 될 수 있는 것 같고.
I really respect DRX.
MIBR kemarin seru loh, tak masuk akal.
So I'm really excited to play against Dan and against Mako and see how it's gonna work inside.
Aspas rasanya bisa menangin wah.
Aspas Esa.
다른 챔피언스들이랑은 좀 다르게 접근하고 있는 것 같습니다. 오히려 저보다도 멘탈이 센 동생들도 있고. 또 저보다 잘 쏘는 동생들도 있고 형도 있고. 사실 그렇기 때문에 오히려 제가 더 안 무너지는 모습이 필요하다고 생각하고 있고.
It's you or us in the next phase. I won't let it be you.
Fnatic.
Down to the lowers.
I think we used to lower bracket. This time we just trying to be confident. There's no fear at all.
They are not content with this being our final chapter. Heretics had to battle against adversity.
We've been through a lot and it's hard to keep that consistency up. Back in Berlin we had maybe bad times and bad moments.
See you later, Heretics!
See ya later, heretics.
No longer before they get their shot at redemption.
But I hope that we're gonna get our revenge and go up to the final.
Team Heretics. We kind of know how they play style because we used to beat them before.
Choo-choo, baby! We have more than left the station! They immediately, utterly crush Team Heretics.
We played PaperX in the past in Madrid when we were rookies and we were the new team to join international.
There's no hope, no chance in hell! PaperX eliminating the Spanish
PaperX eliminated.
We were too emotional back then. It was pretty painful lose, but we've learned a lot. I'm really confident to play against them. This time we will shoot back and fight.
Benji, I'm waiting for your stand up. I'm waiting for your loudness, but I will be louder.
Tak masuk akal sih kalau kalah. Kalau kalah aku tidur anjing. Tidur aku.
Nggak bisa tidur.
Langsung tidur aku. Bodoh amat. Team Heretics.
It's time for the elimination matches we've all been waiting for, and here comes Heretics, a squad that's looking to
Heretics
right
pun
the
2
wrong
kali
of the
anjing
past and
grand
push
final
forward
kalah.
in this competition. But on the other side, the PaperX strain.
Tahun lalu kan Heretics grand final juga champion.
Is whether or not they can make it to the next station, and in order for them to do it, they got to go through Heretics first and foremost.
Absolutely, and I think the word of the day is pressure between both of these teams, the mental resilience and the internal demons that are going to be battering to ensure that they can play up to their own standards. Both of these squads have been struggling so far, but they have no more second chances. It's all on the line, it's all elimination, and one more stop before they can get to that potential top 4, that change of arenas.
Yeah, let's take a look at the maps here. Team Heretics has decided to ban the Sunset. We saw it the other day and probably not going to be...
Oke, tak ada Heaven.
Bagus.
Alah, Lotus lagi ya. Aduh, tapi Ascent dong.
I like how they're playing into their strengths. One of the things that we did mention the other day that we have not today about Team Heretics was the agents.
Heaven kemarin kena bantai.
Well, on this first
Heaven
2 maps, we should not be
paling
seeing a
kacau
lot of
nih
either.
mereka.
We should be looking at a lot of double duelists for Team Heretics.
Yeah, absolutely. And honestly, you can tell, I think that Team Heretics didn't have a lot of reps on the bind. I really like that selection.
Ascent
and holding
sebenarnya
on
kacau
that
juga
pick.
sih.
But I think when it gets to this state of the game, when it gets to this level of pressure on the stage at international events, prep can go out the window. It comes down to the form factor. Are the individuals feeling it? Did the players wake up on the right side of the bed on a given day? That can be the defining moments. Those can be the defining factors.
Kemarin sih kalah bodoh.
Decider being Lotus after
Jadi
what we
mereka
saw
pun kena
yesterday
mental.
with PaperX. I'm actually very happy with this map veto. Bind looks so good for PaperX. They only lost it once at the beginning of the year, and they've been flawless on it. So understandable to take the grounds, and understandable to see that we've seen great performances for the teams. I remember PaperX also losing that Ascent against GiantX. We've seen reps left, right, and center. But as you said, Brent, it's all about the pressure today. A Team Heretics that has encountered PRX in many stages of their careers, but they have never been able to beat them.
Yeah, folks, if you have not gotten prepared for this one, get ready for a slobber knocker, because you're about to see 2 squads who genuinely are going to do the only thing they know how to do. Leave it all on that stage to try
All
and
in
push
Paper X.
forward in this tournament. We're talking about young, dynamic players over on the Heretic side, stalwart veterans over on the Paper X side. You literally got narratives on narratives on narratives over here. You think we cooked this thing up and we're faking it, but like the reality is, this is what it's all about. And there you can see the support as well coming in from some of the Heretic family.
Who's that?
Yeah, I believe so.
Bang, kamu tidak open Saweria.
The pressure is on in ways that neither team is ready for, but they got to meet the moment.
I mean, it's similar here today. For Heretics as well, they're a squad that have been trying to reach even greater heights than their previous year, where they set that bar all the way to the finals, weren't able to bring it over the line despite having 2 chances to do it. To be potentially named one of the best teams in the world, they missed their chance. And this entire year has been disappointment after disappointment for them. And now they have one more opportunity to see if they can extend it to keep it going. But they are up against the winners of the last Masters. It's not going to be easy.
What's insane is that both of these teams have felt the feeling of hitting the near top of the mountain in this sport, and they have both crumbled at that finish line. But now they have to send each other home. This is as wild as it gets to hear the agent select.
Yeah, not everybody can make the top 4. We do not see or expect surprises here for Ascend, Paper X running the Vice, and also the something that we did not touch up on. It is something, and Mini going up in this head-to-head, especially and more specifically about the operator usage, all the snipers. Both of these players are going to be probably leaning towards them, especially with Team Heretics, the swap between Wood and Minibu that we keep seeing, especially in this map. But most importantly, Minibu has always loved the Marshall Diablo, and I expect them, even from the attack, to just bring it out, because I consider that to be a win condition for both of the teams.
Absolutely. I think Heretics on their attack side, 2 of Ascent, going up against the double Sentinel comp, you're really going to be tested in terms of how you can work the map. Ascent, you're really going to be tested in terms of, can you find out what a Sage wall is? Can you avoid it most of the time? Can you find the Vice setup? Can you bait it out? Yeah, like avoiding Devi as a player as well, trying to bait out his wall setup. It's an uphill battle from the get-go here for Heretics, but you got to think that they've come in ready.
It's literally a clash of styles here with a double Sentinel, double duelist composition. But I'm curious to see if Paper X, despite them playing double Sentinel, do they want to get more aggressive, not allow Heretics to be able to get comfortable, get moving? Does Heretics try and just sock Paper X in the face a couple of times? Let's find out, folks. There's only one of these teams will make the top 4 and play under the lights of the A-Core Arena. So let's go ahead and send it over to your casters. It's Sideshow.
Thank you so much, GB. The desk there kind of teeing us up for an incredibly high skill ceiling game between these two. But again, it feels like a matter of heart when you're looking at these two teams, a matter of form coming into the stage. But what's the defining factors to your eye here between these two in this matter of survival?
I think it's all about the mental game. I think you're bang on. You need a critical attitude to become a great player. But in such high-pressure scenarios, it can become a negative attitude. And I think that is the balance that these players are having to face right now between all of our teams in the lower bracket, but none define it so well.
Who will be the key leader at halftime?
For making grand finals and losing, except for Paper X at Toronto, who very recently broke that, and are hoping it never happens again. But the collapse we've just seen from them would indicate otherwise. Good starts, momentum, and avoiding those negative voices in your mind.
Yeah, have to avoid it somehow. Run from it almost. It'll be Heretics on the attack. Paper X obviously on the defending side. And a simplistic start. Direct in approach.
Paper X playing fully off the A side. Looking to retake with the Conda. Shouldn't want to do that too often. See what value Jin gets with the wall. Really good for going for diffusers in this spot. It looks like he just wants to wall off the players in main.
Okay, menang, kasih dia heal.
Yeah, something already. Good start here, taking away Woot, and I will be keeping track of that man as well. Self-critical to this point. Minibu already going to find Devi. This is looking like there's answers to this. And P-Rex looking for that springboard in. This could be the start in itself. Minibu shuts that down quickly. Already Heretics keeping this strong. Again, it doesn't always seem like a Matters game when it comes to Paper X. They can go against those odds. Here we go, Heretics looking solid in that post plant.
Really good idea from them as well. They seem to anticipate the retake coming through from Paper X, and the fact that they needed to play on site before it ever happened indicates some decent theoretical ideas for the way that Paper X want to approach a retake. Nobody got locked off in A main.
And also, kind of leading into this as well, there has been that a little additional time for Heretics to get themselves prepared.
Pingnya satu kan?
They're having to rip off that band-aid straight away and jump back into the
Pingnya satu kan?
I think that can be maybe a bigger mental hurdle to overcome as well, because it's so fresh in your mind.
Wah, something
Stingers,
Marshall.
regen armor, and again, looking towards A. Jing, without those two slows, probably doesn't want to invest the wall here as well, because it's an expensive piece of util.
Double stack back of Gen. See if Heretics can keep this clean. That'll be on the forefront of their minds, but Apex always a threat. Forsaken with a quick reminder, but quickly shut down. Heretics sweep the site. Looking for that spike to slowly make it in, but Wu taking the space up door. It's a belter of a shot. Doesn't quite find much more, but Divide, if you can do a touch more damage, that's not bad at all. No real rest to be found. That smoke already dissipating.
Ping
This is
satu di
now
sebelah
becoming
server.
more and more uphill.
Iya.
And already watching this stacked up. A nice try for Divide. He's certainly giving it a solid go, but you feel the Heretics really making sure there's no naughtiness to be had here by PaperX.
Here's where the regen armor comes in so clutch, because there's still 3 players that don't have to rebuy in the next round. So this is why so many people are liking this buy. You see it in a flash there from Patman with the Sheriff. We're talking about the heights, and some of the lows, of course. But if you get the best out of these two teams today, it could be another all-timer match. As we've just seen a couple of those the day before. It's just about which version of these teams approaches the stage.
And that's the scary thing, though, is to try and understand what it takes to activate that level between both of these sides. We've seen that confidence lacking with something at times, but the earlier games, he looked magnificent. Arguably some of the best form I've seen him in, but again, those last couple of games certainly hindered that. And then Heretics, hell, we all know those highs and lows, but a solid beginning here from Heretics. Protocol list working well, forcing off something and allowing this walk up.
Pushing something back. This space over towards Tree not being covered whatsoever by PaperX. Maybe anticipating an A-pop to be coming through, but Heretics are just being given so much room here on the A split. Nobody actually in A main. So this is fake pressure, and PaperX with
it's a B fake. It's
now
an A fake.
Only late around the minute mark, starting to adjust and pull 3-4 players in that direction.
It's an A fake. It's an A fake.
Scary for Patman as well. He is left solely alone on B. Does have the support of the utility, sure, but
well, here's the wall that just came out from Jing. So now they don't have to worry about A main, and they might catch the timing to go back and reinforce Patman's position.
Does feel indicative they're very aware of how PaperX like to play this, but already penny dropping for PaperX. It's been silent, absent of presence towards Ace, already reinforcing this side of the map. But depending on this burst potentially to get them through this choke, pretty hard to make happen now.
Blind by. Okay, never mind.
Moved very alone over by Switch. The timing not terrible. 20 seconds. Feeling like a fanatic here, but Wu does nicely towards Divide. Patman stalwart towards the back of the side. They're now going to be pressured and cleared. That's a problem. That opens up the plant. And now you've already got these post-bomb positions working wonders. Heretics, oh dear me. That is a message sent, and a very well-prepared message.
Miniboo getting out to a 6-0 start. When you're looking at players that can really feel that pressure and have the negative voices going, he's one of them. And you get him fired up like this, it's going to do such wonders. That's a nightmare beginning for PaperX too. You're on the defense side of Ascent, playing double Sentinel, and you fail to stop the B hit. Benji's always going to be bringing the energy. You think back to that game that they had these two teams in Madrid.
Time out dan cepat sekali, guys.
We're talking some smack. And they end up losing the game to
I still love it though. I will play that every day of the week. 100%.
I think that you can always talk your game in order to bring the energy up. The only problem is when you go quiet when you're losing. You can't allow it to feel silent because you're not giving that game once you start going on some kind of losing streak.
And you've got to then think of it from PaperX's side, who came off an incredibly hard series against Fnatic, felt what it's like to lose after what's been a fantastic streak from them, internationally doing very well, and then having to pick themselves back up and then seeing this confidence, this good read, this good approach. Miniboo on form, you got Benji up and giving it. It compounds those problems. So a very early timeout for PaperX.
Super early, but I think probably necessary, because PaperX had the defensive players in position on B, but they didn't contest those duelists diving out at all. So you saw Woot get the dive out into Switch, but Miniboo also teleported to Market, and Boo managed to TP in as well. So 3 players passed the Vice util within a second. So any one of those on their own would be isolated, but when all 3 go in together, PaperX need to be taking those challenges earlier on.
brutal round to come back in on. Obviously, the finances far from pretty, and Minibu so prepared. Catching Forsaken almost instantaneously.
Forsaken and Jing fighting over this area and getting battered was actually what was part of the reason Paper X lost this map to Giants. They couldn't stabilize in that game either.
Turning worries, really.
Yeah, but it's not an amazing map for them. It's one where they've been able to get by with this composition. But I do think there have been worries in Pacific about how good they've been on the defense side. It should be a great comp, but they haven't been able to stomp teams on the defense.
This round, again, we're not expecting wonders from this round. It'd be nice to see them just start feeling out the game a bit, get that kind of, you know, feel of this.
It's a good piece of the wall to break there because it stops something and Jing going for that aggro swing. Got to predict them on a high ground setup though as you go around the corner.
Still going through the motions of at least checking towards wine.
Wow, orang gila.
Something. Jing.
Orang gila.
So far, Heretics navigating all these hurdles. They've opened up this pathway, and they seem very mentally prepared for what Paper X would be like to be doing, but yeah, very diligent too, ensuring there's no one hidden away. You saw Rien's taking that extra second before the plant, and now with that downtime is on their side. Heretics looking like they're off to a dream beginning, unless Patman and Devi do something rather special here. And, well, looking at the positions, the second he comes around this corner, the firing squad kicks in. Not really relenting either. Much willing to take a brawl on it.
It's not like Devi can particularly aid him. Door, smoke. Very little chance here for Patman and Devi to be able to do much. And in a spot, if Rienz is hitting like that, think back to how he was playing on Ascent recently. He's been a monster on this map. But now, also, Yoruwalt available for Minibu, who's got up to a 7-0 beginning, yet to die. That's going to allow you, it's probably your best ult to be able to use on the attack side. Get a ton of information, run past defensive setups, coordinate with the rest of your team. You can combo it with Rien's ultimate, you can combo it with a Paranoia. This has a strong chance of going 5-0 and essentially Paper X being out of the map before it's even begun.
But an investment from something that operator out as early as financially possible. You heard it there. All coming in, Minibu. Taking a lot of space off this. And Paper X opting to try and play close. Okay, Jing, does he get to live? No! Heretics! Absolutely decimating this up-close hold from Paper X. Oh, I'm worried. I'm really worried. This will take the wind out of your sails. We're going to need something special from Paper X. Get them some life here.
They've got to try to fight over towards this. You'd hate to do it because your economy's in a horrible place. It's the percentage play to save, but then you're down 0-5. I feel like you have to give one of these a try at some point. Instead, they don't even get to save Patman's gun. Something scurrying back over towards B. And these are the kind of decisions that kill your confidence.
Absolutely.
If you can't even get into a round, something was trying to get posted on an aggressive line towards B main. And he's going to feel like his team needs him, and yet he had no hope of even being involved in this round.
This is a complete shutout. I'm a little worried here. And it's one of those things with Paper X, I do feel they're against the odds team. The amount of times in that G2 series, for example, Paper X would go down a pick, you know, Forsaken might TP in somewhere, he's going to be picked, and then suddenly you'll get a bailout from something, or from Jing. Pick any of the other players, they'll get you 3. You always have to give them that little extra room to play it.
Yeah, within a round, I do agree that they'll come back from almost anything. Within a map?
Oh, that's different.
Yeah, that's where I have more questions. And my biggest concern here is this play. Because Woot dashing over the top to get that jump on a Forsaken should never be working out. Obviously, you can trade out Woot in that spot, and that's perfectly fine. But Woot straight up winning the duel worries me.
There's a lot of worries starting to come here, because we wanted a close affair between these two, but the ripple effect from losing this map, if they do, or going down at this sort of scoreline for Paper X, may nullify all of those exciting prospects we were waiting for, to see the best of these two sides. They tried to support and supplement what they remained with. Those weapons they tried to desperately drag across still. Something with that operator. But Heretics have had every answer so far.
This has to be the round where Paper X answer back. They have something posted incredibly deep on this A line. Just as his gate crash disappears, he's going to stay confident, stay posted. That should give them decent information. that things are not heading towards an A split late on in the round. Or if they are, that literally everyone is coming through catwalk. The Jing still with the wall, now posts it up. Now you can focus purely on that B split that Team Heretics comp is going to love to try to do.
I do like this test as well. Making those rotations hard to commit to.
They don't even know the wall's there. That's the first that Benchy spots of it.
Yeah, 44 seconds and noting it now.
But with something still holding on to A main, I think they can be very confident that you should keep the defensive stack towards B. But remember, both duelists managed to get in before with no problem. So you still have to fight B main.
Sitting back now, 20 seconds.
Same pathing.
Yeah, very similar to before. Exactly the same. Does it work out the same, however? No instantaneous fight over towards this area. 14 seconds. Being held at the door.
Nice shot, Batman!
Really fighting back.
Batomento!
What a triple kill from Batman. Benji Fishy left with it all to do. Spike down, no chances. Something again is not going to be
better.
Feeling great about his own impact, but he actually was really crucial to being able to keep that stack going on the B side. You see that they put a bit of pressure on Miniboo's position as well. When Miniboo got the teleport into market, there was at least somebody fighting him, a recon dart in his face, spammed through the wall, but it's Batman's triple kill here at lane that is a huge difference maker.
Nice shot, nice counter strike.
They're still allowing Heretics to actually get into the front of the site and try something. A little more passive than I would expect from Paper X, but they're getting their macro in the right places.
They do it again. Something. This is what we want to see. Confidence. Take a gamble. Take a risk. He's taking a lot of space. That can.
Tak kelihatan.
He was a touch late, so something does get to strike first. Big scout to be claiming on Woot, and he gets away. Early man advantage.
That's the kind of play that'll get something into the game. One away from getting his ult online as well. The combo with Patman's ult that he gathered after his triple kill on B in the previous round would be lovely for a retake. And the Vice setup has gone fully over to A, so this is a big switch up in the defensive setup.
I just can't die in front of it.
Yeah.
Yes. Seen some of these Heretics players hitting shots, but the test then falls once again towards something.
Go on the drone?
I think he wants it. And a nice shot. That's a little upsetting. That's going to sour the mood, I'm sure. But this isn't opening a site. That's taken away one from middle, but it does isolate the two sides remaining, really, for Paper X.
It's definitely confident, but in a 5v4 scenario, maybe those are the kind of plays that you could cool down on.
That's lovely. Now, going to be noted. 30 seconds got a pocket to play from, but Heretics running the court very low. This feels reminiscent near on Fnatic with the time as it is. Spike now making his way through towards main. We have one on the site. Stunning from Forsaken. Simply better. There's now boom, the final time. You can't leave him in those scenarios. Brilliantly handled under very, very amplified pressure.
And they need Forsaken to be doing that kind of stuff. He's been a monster all across the run in Toronto, earlier on here at Champs as well. Probably their best player in the win over G2, for example.
Just controlled chaos the way he plays, standing tall on the front of the site there. Brilliant, brilliant work.
And bailing them out for 4v4 with something disappearing.
This is now fun.
They've got something and Patman looking to try to get posted on an aggro line towards B, but this is exactly where the Heretics' bodies are.
The ante on this. Himself a slip forward. Commitment for now. Trying to be played it off the dart. And a death as well. Woot fast as hell to hit that shot. That's an early man advantage again. Something going down. This can't be a repeat incident.
A couple of rounds in a row now, but that one, a bit of a better chance. And the res, that is unbelievable. After he teleports. And so they get a free res out of it, but he doesn't have a gun, Lauren. The gun didn't TP. He can go and ult and pick it up.
I think he was thinking about it. He was definitely thinking about it. They're going to try and combo the ults. What are they going to do on this?
Well, they still got the shorty as well, so you can get a pick out like that, but they're so close.
This is so risky. Good flash, but the outrun reveals it all, and something just says, screw it, I guess I'm playing in the corner, trying to help me out here, do what I can. Falls away from it, but sees the plan. 45 seconds. Heretics, are you still heading this way?
Forsaken has full A main information right now, so they can be confident again that Paper X should be having 3 defenders on B. They've had the stacked site in the right place. You wouldn't know it though, because they're 5-2 down.
30 seconds left.
This.
Parket kah?
You get to identify this as a fake. It's a very late fake too.
It's A5. A5.
And he was the one who succeeded before. Last time I think it was 3. Might need something similar than that again. 13 seconds. He's got to get a move on. 10 now. Barely got time to get the plant here. Boo does well.
Aduh.
Still doing the damage necessary. Plots in place. Patman isolates the flank.
Udah ada ulti pun masih kalah, Cok.
A 4v3 post plant. A little claustrophobic, but Heretics in a decent position. Something finally got his operator back.
And now goes for the ult. Gotta try and find these players. Tee up the remainders. Spotting some out here. Actually, Mini Boo pinned to the wall. Oh, what a trade from Rienz. Great back and forth action, but that time is ticking. And I think they might have called it quits on this one. Slowly backpedaling away. Heretics somehow recovering this round. I thought Paperex had a really good shot at that one.
And they would have done. But the key critical kill is that Forsaken goes down defending over towards A. We said it was all on his shoulders, and I think he played it fine. He just ended up getting caught by Boo in A main. This, a bizarre interaction over here. But
beneran tak kena sama sekali ya.
Missed a shot that you would expect him to land. But as the pivot went over towards the A side, it's this kill right here. Forsaken tries to backpedal, utilizing the steel guard, but doesn't have util down on site to play around.
And it's a hard conversation to have because you kind of want something to go for those plays. That you don't want him to stop trying to make these aggressive opportunities work for them because more often than not they do. But we've had a couple of uncharacteristic misses.
The peek into the drone
there we
wasn't great, but there he lands an easier one.
Yeah, simple stuff for him at the start. Forsaken. Careful, does he get away from this? Paranoid goes in, Woot wanted to hunt, doesn't at least clear out Wine, but high emphasis to clear towards A main.
5v4 for Paperex. They need rounds like this. They're on the defense side of Ascent with double Senti. They'd love to tie up the half if they can, and even then it wouldn't be the world's most amazing defense side.
No. And on the other side, you did see Patman there explore B main a little bit, so he has a decent idea. Is calling in the cavalry somewhat. Going to see Forsaken take up the position towards middle. A little bit of an unknown. Just want to ensure. And they still have a good couple of pieces of utility here. And the 3-play stack on A. So I don't know if Heretics will be able to feel this one out.
Late round. The Vice Wall's already been baited. The Sage Wall's going to go down. They'll have the defenders in the right position. Can Boo find that late round B split? It's really tough when your Jet is already inserted A main. You don't really want to go for it.
Forsaken sees nothing. So does
I think he caught Woot at the very end there.
Okay, that's kind of big. So they are still trying to imply this B take, right? They've just smoked off CT. But really, Paperex aren't falling for it. They're in the right place at the right time. And now that util comes in just wonderfully. Something seems very aware that someone is still towards main. 10 seconds now. It's do or die for Heretics. You've got to make it go. And Paperex's patience might just pay off. 5 seconds for the block going down. Something really towards Miniboo. Dives in head.
Woi. Wow. 6 peluru dia. 3 peluru dia. 2 peluru dia. Bagus, Davai.
That patience was perfect from Paperex, standing their ground.
They're really making use of all of the information that they have around the map. They're getting onto deeper lines with some of their players. You know, aggression coming out from Patman, like he called out in B main, gives them the info, especially when they're in a 5v4 scenario. Yeah, he just called out glimpse on Woot towards the end. And when you see the Jet over there, it's just so unlikely they're going to be going into a B split at the end of it. I think Boo maybe even would have wanted to had they not left Woot there earlier.
Let's go. We're getting 6. Nam.
It's got to be a different experience coaching this squad compared to Fnatic, who love those crossfires, love those bunker anchor setups, versus Paperex, who are always looking to make the play, take the fight. But in that spot, I like what Paperex was doing because they were already up 5v4. So when something was in a 5v4 previously and had a drone come into his face in mid, that's the bad side of the confidence. And I think for Miniboo and something, one of the things that we are going to be looking at so carefully over the course of this match is them finding that balance between the confidence, the aggression, the bravery even, and some discipline, some caution, some intelligence. And finding the right balance there is so tough as a duelist. And I think that is also why it's the duelist players that have those negative thoughts more often because they're required to take the crazy plays.
Well, it is something you'd never want to get rid of, right? That killer instinct. You always want them to have to go for this. It's on everyone else to try and rein them in or support, right? It's a very, very fine balance. It's a perfectly double-edged sword, it always feels like. But at this point, you then kind of elevate that out and look at PaperX. I guess holistically, it's always the danger of what if they do learn that patient game, but they also then can gear shift into the Kings of Chaos we know them for, right? They become the most unstoppable team. That potential is there. So it's always curious to see that balance, and as you highlighted, that discipline on the site. A rare treat, and certainly can put Heretics on notice, hence the timeout.
Well, here comes an ult combo. You've got Miniboo and Rian set up to win another round just based off this dimensional drift into Hunter's Fury.
You were seeing, yes, they've absolutely seen both players now.
Wow, be fast.
Congregating towards market. How do they deal with them? Woot trying to take the steps in, but changing up the pathing just a touch, not towards switch anymore.
They got the site completely for free, so now Rians can even save this ultimate to fight them. Probably going to use it as PaperX go for the retake.
Ooh, look at this three-man walk down middle. This could be very, very nice. This puts Rians right in the crosshairs. I like this from PaperX. Every single angle, every single approach. Nice shot still from Rian, but a great trade from something. Now it makes Heretics feel pinned to this site.
And there goes the ultimate. Benji's going to have to dig himself out of a tough position.
It's all about timing. He won't get to live if they time this right, but this is everything! Benji gets away with daylight robbery on one, but something is there for every single trade so far. Booth, though, standing his ground, making sure they can't scale.
1v1, 1 HP.
This is outrageous from him. Oh, you talk about 8 HP, and he's doing that.
The time as well was just ticking so low. It's a great play from PaperX to go and pressure the flank, knowing that Rians is going to be playing around there, but too slow on everything that they're doing. Benji even playing outside of the range of the recon dart, just dealing with these players one at a time, ended up taking too much of it. What a freakish performance in the chaos. We were just talking about PaperX being the spins to that, but Woot, not too bad himself.
Let's go.
That Turkish duo at the top of the table for Team Heretics.
This is getting a little bit scary for PaperX here. I think again, trying to still the nerves and be brave in the face of what could be a dire scenario, but Heretics then picking up the pace. It's straight up the guts. All is there though this time. We could have the 1v1 Divide. You fancy it? Yeah, you do. Nice there it is.
Nice shot.
Killer instinct talked about. Divide certainly got his own. Fancies it.
Good punish on the overconfidence. Swoop triggering the wall but putting his body in front of it. Divide recognized it as soon as that cloudburst came out. Jing's walled off Cat as well. Maybe a little early, but at least it reinforces. Recon going to catch Boo. Do they go for the peak?
Surely, something would every day of the week, right? You're seeing that little bit of hesitation, a slight difference. But information has and enough to put them off that B-site approach.
And they're also already up in a 5v4, so that's, you know, credit to him not taking too much of a risk. You don't need to go high risk, high reward in that spot.
How many times have we said, how many times does it get brought back to these 4v4s or even advantageous scenarios for Heretics with that overstep? Maybe just the right dose of discipline. That wall, actually no, excuse me, the slow comes in now for PaperX, hindering this burst through.
30 seconds
late
left.
Presence from Boo could be curious now. That could be a challenge they didn't expect.
Bad blind. Oh, good swing, good swing.
Jing. Again, this patience, this deeper hold on the side
nice
working so well.
Hey, come on, come on.
Okay, I had to take a pause there. That felt a little too scary, but PaperX showing some real depth of discipline here.
Yeah, the way in which they're controlling A main with Forsaken is allowing them to play those crossfires onto the site. I think that, aside from the rounds where Team Heretics have overwhelming ult combos, PaperX have actually stabilized here and figured out a style that works. The only problem is that they went down 0-5 to begin on their defense side. So they're going to need an extraordinarily good attack, whether or not they win here in round 12.
Well, the bar will be set high for PaperX, but certainly achieve it. But for Heretics, a broken purchase here. Simplistic in stance.
A pass.
It's Forsaken. In a curious spot now. Does he get a reward? I don't think we've cleared this. He didn't. But a mess
Alah, whiff-nya.
Someone look at Forsaken. How has he gone away with this?
Oh ya, Pablo masih selamat.
It's all topsy-turvy.
Discord dapat.
Chaos for both sides now. A 3v2 advantage Heretics. No plant down yet. Weapons now recovered. They're back in business. But something has something to say. Miniboo isolated away towards A main, and now the plant committed.
This is where you need to see all of that pressure being applied.
Wah, masih hidup ah.
The safe pair of hands for Heretics, holding on now as Batman, the last one to stand. Great pickup here. Find the final two. Not gonna happen. Heretics maintaining dominance on the half.
Incredible performance from them. Great idea of how Paper X were going to play. Great combos towards the end. Good utilization of ultimates.
Wah, sortinya.
Be very happy about
Tajam menyerang.
And usually we'd be
talking
about
juga sih kan, mereka double senti loh.
They did recover a 4-8 half against G2 just recently. So maybe it's still possible.
It certainly could be.
Mereka double senti.
As Lou will be standing by with one of the Paper X family members in the audience here. Everyone turning up now.
Beli suruh lagi.
Nice, let's go guys. Nice.
Something nembak tak masuk lagi.
Et la famille est à l'honneur côté Paper.
Ferrari 6K. Ferrari 6K. Let's go Ferrari 6K.
Who is Forsaken's auntie? First of all, thank you for joining me, ladies. And the first question I wanted to ask you, Anna, is that
Ferrari 6K
in the whole world, right? But he's not the only one who's very good at Valorant. We also have his brother Kevin, ex-Caret, and also Jojo. So what's the secret to such a successful family?
The secret is only praise.
Only praise and family support, is that?
Yes.
Ok, mainly, du coup, première question, c'est quoi le secret pour avoir une famille si pleine de succès? On sait, il y a Forsaken, il y a aussi son frère X-Curate et aussi Jojo, donc c'est quoi le secret des prières et du soutien familial? And Pearl, you were my first interview here at Champions Paris, and something
Ferrari 6K!
Especially the photo incident. So can you tell us about it, and can you give us tips to take the best pictures of your son?
Actually, my son is quite photogenic. Any angle is good, but maybe he needs to do more skincare routine. Yeah, he doesn't do any, only cleanser. I have to keep nagging at him to use toner, moisturizer, but he doesn't use all those.
So you're his skincare routine advisor, but he doesn't do it.
Maybe follow me for more skincare tips.
Suivez-la pour plus de tips en termes de skincare. C'est quoi les tips pour prendre ton fils en photo? Parce qu'on a vu qu'elle n'était pas satisfaite d'une photo qui avait été prise de son fils. Eh ben, il est photogénique, mais il fait pas assez sa routine pour la peau. Donc voilà, suivez-moi si vous voulez des tips. Thank you so much for joining me, ladies. And we're gonna see if Paper X can show a better face on Ascent right now.
Have you been cleansed, toning, and moisturizing? People need to know.
Yeah, well, I didn't wash my upper lip for a while, and this thing grew on it, so...
Shocking.
Yeah,
shocking scenes.
I actually think that the response from Forsaken's auntie is an important one, too, where she said that the key is praise, right? It's positive reinforcement. I think that's the case here when you're in a team environment, too. If you want to build up momentum and you want to try to recover spirits, Paper X down 4-8 here. It's about finding anything in any round that deserves credit and praise to build up your teammates.
So you need like a Zelsis.
Yeah, and I think for Paper X it can be Forsaken when he has a big moment and pops off.
Okay, we go back into the second half. 4 rounds were claimed by Paper X. It was a quiet beginning, but in the end they certainly look much stronger. On the other side, Heretics though, taking a good start to this. 8 rounds is a lot to sit on here.
We know what the B exec looks like for Paper X. Jing on top of the box, ready to wall up.
Oh shit, buat Hausa tak kelihatan.
We do, you gotta hope the Heretics do as well, but the blind is great there actually, forcing them away slightly, and they seem very prepared for that wall.
Ya, tak bisa masuk ah.
They're not getting the same sort of start here for Paper X, looking for opportunities that aren't being given.
Yeah, well, they realized that there was a 4-player stack on the site, so now they've got to bail away, but they didn't leave anybody as a lurker elsewhere. So now there's a mad scramble over towards Cat. You just hope you don't lose someone who will across.
Okay, Wu gets a couple of tags, but nothing to really write home about. Something trying to stick around, but...
Are they going back? Are they going back into Device insert?
Balik lagi.
Bad over-rotate from Team Heretics. Device has space.
Back and forth we go.
Tripwire.
Still using it away, and a chance to be made for Wu again. How many times does he get this fight? He still loses.
Loncat-loncat.
Jing bounding in. Man, for Heretics, they thought they were in the right place at the right time. There's a whole pack of players for Paper X. Just prowling around the map, looking for anyone to take a fight.
How Forsaken gets value like that from the jumping right clicks over and over again. It reminds me of them playing Corrode against G2. Now in a 4v2, Boo and Benji with it all to recover.
Cover going out.
Sheriff with Boo. No paranoia though, just the smoke.
He's been hitting.
He has been. He's been sharp today. Close double stack. Looks very good to hold.
Okay, we got a pistol.
Great work there, but absolute chaos across the map.
Yeah, excellent cancel call though, once they realized that Heretics were anticipating the B-pop. And like you said, if we know what they're doing, Heretics are also going to know what Paper X's B-exec looks like. But when Jing took a little bit of damage and they realized there was 4 players there, scuttle over, leave Divine B main, go back to him afterwards.
Thank you. Thank you for listening. Thank you.
Thank you for listening.
That sounds like it was Devi's call to send it back into B. You need that distributed IGL network to support Forsaken.
But also, I love the fact we're talking about praise there. It's there for Paper X, right? Just say, thank you for listening. Thank you for being on board with that call.
Yeah, absolutely.
So, nice to see. And at this point, you're going to look at the purchase coming through for Heretics. It's very weak. Obviously, just that Sheriff. And on the other side, pretty well rounded. Only going to be Devi and Patman down on the pistols. Everyone else sitting relatively well.
Like I said, Paper X did actually manage to recover a 4-8 half with the sides the same way. They got the 4 on the defense side. And then they ended up getting 9 rounds on their attack against G2 here. So it's possible, especially when Paper X get into their flow state and barrel you over. This round, Patman pulling attention towards B, which is the gamble. And Paper X are looking to end on an
Hit it, baby. Go, 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 go.
Shouldn't be too many problems here.
This looks quite clear-cut. Good reads from Paper X so far. Good approaches. Heretics taking a couple of gambles. Don't mind it. Might as well try and make something happen. I want to see if Paper X can keep this nice and clear cut, build up those finances, and something of Forsaken certainly do. That is Boo to answer back, but by now it is a Paper X shutdown. Clear, simple stuff, and something getting involved, building that one up nice and early.
I love the way that Devi uses his Vice Flash in spots like that. He saves it as a post-plant flash, puts it on a back wall, and then as the retakes are coming in, it doesn't matter what map it is, bang, it pops and you can just fight with it all together. He gets so much value out of this pick. But here's the round to decide whether Paper X can start applying serious pressure to Heretics. Woot with only a judge to work with. We're talking on the desk about who's going to pick up the op. Is it Miniboo? Is it Woot? Oh, they just don't have the finances for it.
Waiting with bated breath here, really. Miniboo thought about a glimmer or a glance down middle, but got against it. Already early work to clear out the utility. Making no subtlety about this. It is their bonus. Well invested, however.
Paper X on the defense were trying really heavy to get information towards A main and B main. And that's why you see them on the attack side trying to push those opposition rivalry players out of these spots. At the moment, Boo's still with some good info, but it looks like he might get challenged.
He's traditionally quite good at this sort of position. Very nice at kind of calling when to sit back a little bit deeper, when to fall off this, when to challenge on that space.
Yeah,
going to go in.
He has been pushed off. It's a good re-smoke. They are missing flashes. None available here for something.
It's rough for him now. They're playing at the back of the site though. Top right box, Paranoia goes in, and Heretics playing a little bit disconnected from sight, but respecting the smokes. I want to look at Woot. If he does decide to go for something naughty, he does. And there's the counter swing as well. Boo does that well, but it's Jing to ping Miniboo right to the back of the site. So they've given themselves a path forward, but it doesn't feel secure.
Well, Paper X are just going to try to take fights now. You're in a 3v4. Get the plant down and see. Oh my god, the reposition from something. Well, he's gone all the way over the cap. What a risk. Pays off.
Yeah, he lives for these moments. Heretics got to be calm under pressure here. Even in a disadvantage numerically, Paper X feel like they have a bit of an upper hand, right? This feels scary now as that time begins to tick. They got to make a move, but mostly popping through heaven. Kind of isolating and kind of denying something to trade forward, but Woot just bounds in, barrels in. Something now to be shut out around here. Door can be shut in his face. What are you meant to do?
Get out these.
Heretics. By hook or by crook, pathing incorrectly there, avoiding the trap, something being disconnected.
It's a
bold play to go for in the end. Players on site can't hold on against Woot. It's a really nice play to punish Forsaken, anticipating he's going to teleport into the hardest spot. And then clearing Jenny with the judges, really nice. And the dash across to get info, close the door. A great round to stabilize things here for Heretics. They still don't have an op online, but they'll start getting their feet under them economically. And put the pressure back on the attackers. Yeah.
Something still 2 away from ult, 1 from Forsaken. It's not exactly the most imperative, but let's see how it looks now.
Something. Expect that go.
Oh, there he is! I said, just those glimpses of what this man can do every now and then, but a fast fight found towards Mini Boot. Each space gained. He's applying more pressure.
Nice usage of the clone there, trying to take a fight forwards.
Hey.
Woot jiggles, sees Forsaken. Both players giving a little bit of respect. Woot actually with the confidence to get back on the angle with the one-way. So it's still gaining a lot of info for his team here. He's actually over pushing this maybe even.
But does Paperex even consider that? Absolutely not. Forsaken none the wiser until now. And he loses out. Woot does very well there. Almost playing too far ahead. He's going to get them something, but look at something's positioning then. Talk about unorthodox. Scaling through CT. Good trade. Boo's still going to do damage. But Paperex taking the back roads towards the site. The support's on the way, but it's still going to be Woot isolated and alone. He has to stay alive. And for Paperex, they'd love to get him out of that position.
Yeah, Divide can't challenge this alone though, surely. He does and he wins it.
I can't believe he's gone for that. And there's that flash.
Flash 5.
Benji looking sharp on the pickup, bending Jing, he knows. The Batman's here as well. And they've got to know where Divide was. But a 1v2, Divide.
Hey!
Divide boy!
Divide boss!
Divide with a Red Bull clutch. Reminding you exactly what Paperex can do.
What a round from Divide. He takes a solo challenge in against Woot. If he loses that, that's the round gone. And Benji is the weak player. He swings out and picks off Rians with a perfect headshot. An immaculate round played. Relief.
Holy shit, let's say.
Frustration actually there, despite the round 1. But it keeps Paperex in the game.
But they needed that. We talk about it, right? How many times will they get bailed out by a multi-kill, some confidence, some flair? The Paperex way working in this round to keep that gap from extending too far.
And now you see the Euro ult available.
Lawan Paperex ini ada satu senjata kematian anjing. Main outlaw anjing.
I think a lot of it might come down to tight spacing. You've got an opportunity here to combo with the paranoia. If you fake a B split and then go back over towards Cat, we'll see what Forsaken's got in mind.
You're outnumbered out there. Spot some of the util being placed. Touch of awareness.
Rians.
But it's something still posted up towards Pizza, so it's certainly not an easy challenge. And you can see Heretics respecting this. They don't fancy it at all, right? Sitting deeper towards side, not even playing from switch.
Ini apa plan-nya ya? Sampai base musuh lah.
Here comes that ultimate. Where's it headed? Looking to try to put pressure onto those B anchors.
I've never seen a team exploit this much, like this deep as well. Look at the pincer towards that B side. TP gets taken, he wants to take it towards that back B. But still, there's losses on the way. This isn't comfortable. Something they want to find Mini Boo, but they did lose out on Jing.
They've walled themselves off from being able to go back into the A site now. Can they go Cat maybe? But then you'd have to go through Woot.
Pecahin wall lah dia. Bisa. Go.
Pecahin wall dah.
Clear.
Precision from something. And now he wants to catch the rotates.
Ini benar-benar improv anjing mainnya.
Manipulated the map so well. The spike on the way and something's still firing. These are the glimpses.
Let's go!
The strike spear, it's your heart. Paperex looking back to business. But the way they're getting to these sites, man, is wild.
It's crazy. Most teams there, you saw from Heretics and their attack side, are going to have a game plan of barrier just Euro ult, try to take some space, set up a really common play with it. Instead, something's trying to take a challenge, a 1v1, with ult in hand over towards Marcus, and then they go through into spawn and wall off. I mean, it's unusual pathing. Maybe it's something that Alex and Mini have cooked up specifically for those dangerous rounds, because as a defender, that is not something you're anticipating.
Right here.
You're ready for the more common ideas. That is such a weird one-way. What on earth is that for Boo?
I don't know.
I mean, it's one that you could imagine them fighting, but you're looking at it and your alarm bells are going off.
Probably think something's a bit weird.
All right, well, that's a more common one.
This is where it gets tough. Boo really wants in on this fight. But Woot already had to back away, unable to synergize on this.
He has been a hero already in big rounds for Team Heretics.
Here.
And he's the only player that's really got any danger. Paperex know he's here. Some of the rounds where Paperex have been punished in these anti-ecos is because they cut noise rehit into a stack. does look like that's what Forsaken might be calling for them to do again. I'm not saying it's a high
Wow,
chance, but
will
be given a chance.
Mirrored on both sides. The Outrun, I don't think, going to really crest through and see too much. PaperX continue like this. Heretics just holding the firing squad.
Oh, bisa ya
on the other side. Smoked off for now. Flash comes in and they scurry. They try to flash for just a moment, but suddenly they can find
Wow.
Riz!
Wow.
Where did you just get that? Riz comes in, it's emergent.
Menang. Harus menang.
Call the support. Patman barrels in, he wants some. Leaving just
Jenny.
1v2.
Dua aja peluru dia. Anjing! One hit.
Jing. 13 Wood's still alive here, but Jing, known for these miracles, brings Wood down to size.
Kalah, cok bodoh.
This is outrageous!
Anjing.
Massive impact! You said he's a danger! He absolutely is!
That is an unbelievably good round from Wu, and Rian's also being able to
empat,
pick up a couple. Jinx,
Salah line
oh
up,
my
cok.
God, it's a Kalat in A main. That's disgusting.
Alah, Batman mati yang ini tak masuk akal loh.
At the call though to go back into a full stack like that. You see the frustration there on Alex's face. It is something the PaperX frequently go for, and they offered a chance where there was no need for one. And now Miniboo gets up in hand, looking towards mid, and they're challenging Woot again out here.
This time he wants to stand his ground though. Does the dash, and will take a step away. But an early fight, found, and they've been able to control the space, but PaperX having a look at the other side now.
If something's able to pick up an ult orb in B main, you've got another really good combo that you can run. This could be the round where you go back to that B exec.
They're going for Device? No.
This round seems like it should be about the Sobers. And Rians get a good defensive ultimate off before Patman can get in.
Well, here we go. The Kings of Chaos are on the way, and they've got themselves a good opportunity on this. There's the combination of the ult coming in as well. That's going to put under pressure. Forsaken flies in. It's something to get.
Side.
Still alive. Gets his gun back.
Nice shot.
Anjing,
kata.
This is magic from PaperX.
Autis ya.
Not again, right?
Autis ni.
For PaperX, they batten down the hatches. They don't let this happen. PaperX. Lovely adaptation on the fly. Investing in Device ult, and it works exceptionally well.
Yeah, much better decision actually than going for the Yoru ult. That one really worked a treat. And they pinned Rians into sight. You see the amount of pressure that this guy's under. When he's in a great position to anchor, it's normally on the other side of the site, back in a comfortable position, taking shots one after another towards lane. In this round, I would have liked to see some back towards spawn to get value out of the Solar ultimate. But that round, well put together, well thought out, and PaperX,
Time out.
losing on an anti-eco,
Elimination
this momentum going, keep the train running, and they've knocked Heretics down again onto a light buy.
Yeah, and PaperX timeout as well.
That is strange. And maybe it's because they had such a disaster just a couple rounds ago on an anti-eco situation, but burning your last timeout when you're at 9 to 10. And you haven't even secured tying the game up yet, never mind finding the edge to get you into the lead. It's an odd one.
Yeah, it is strange. Heretics obviously now with a chance to check in too.
Yeah, sometimes in these positions it might just be something within the comms, something mental perhaps. Hard for us to judge on the outside if it isn't tactical.
9 to 10. Occasional glimmers here from Heretics, and it was getting away with murder pretty much on that one round. We saw it there, round 18. Beyond that, this has been PaperX step by step in this back through, right? They've actually tied this scoreline up near on here. One more round. What am I seeing in middle? Just, okay, 4-man stack. And it's worked, at least for one, and then look at the damage on Forsaken. Luckily, Jing's still alive. He's going to be able to hand off the heal.
It's a really start. Yeah, it's a really nice eco idea. It's putting the Marshal with the Sheriff so you can get a body shot and just wipe a player out immediately. It's a Marshal Sheriff that took down something, and now it's swapped hands over to Benchy Fishy, but the whole of the B site now Forsaken.
Yeah, this is
play
nice.
the rest of his team in.
It feels dangerous, but they should be able to find stability here. Chip. Though getting curious, has Doral his way. Can't shoot me now in the time will be on Paper X's side, but everyone's going to be locked into this side.
Just about hitting shots at this point for Heretics if they want a chance in the round. Boo goes and recovers a Vandal. And I'd want to give that over to Woot. Woot has been electric.
I'm with you on that, and it looks like he might be. He gets the chance to. Devi is ice trained on this. So if they go too far, that barrel may show. There it is. Just a pixel out of place. And Paper X holding this down. No opportunities given. A little danger at the start.
Bantai dia. Bantai.
As discipline kicks into effect, Paper X bring
pulang lagi ke Paper X nih.
Showing this
Jaga mulut kau tung
and determination they certainly have in droves.
Tim Heretics pulang.
In terms of feeling confident, there's nothing better than a comeback to get your mental in a good position.
Ini good trade.
The pressure is now on Heretics, and you might think the Paper X of the team are more risk of a mental collapse, because you just saw it yesterday, choking that 9-1 lead against Fnatic, losing 12 rounds in a row. But remember that Heretics themselves are defined by their incredibly gameplay, and those losses in big grand final spots. They'll have to rally, and Woot now picks up the off.
Paper X starting to feel like themselves again, look like themselves again.
Long time no see.
All here for something. See this commitment now. Trailing in towards the A site. Now, Curiosity peeking. Ooh, speaking of peeking, almost too many targets in middle.
Voila,
so Woot's going to be the one to draw blood first.
Thankyou mau konton ini.
Wah,
ini orang Otiso.
This time it's a little bit more isolated for Woot, though. He's in a bit of trouble, and something going to compound that. They come back for the fight.
Ah! What is this play?
I don't know why he takes that engagement.
It felt like desperation, but they're the ones who brought this back to 10 apiece. Great combination on the ult says. Jing is in trouble. A 1v4 required. Playing towards heaven. He's got all four players coming his way. Owl drone thrown into the mix. He can't stand his Heretics. Given the fights they wanted in middle, I'm surprised Paper X fell into that trap.
Patman masih mundur ke mid ya.
Obviously with something trying to bail Patman out at the
Kalau ini loss gak masuk final lah enggak. Ini loss pulang lah. Pulang kampung. Loss pulang kampung.
You're hoping that you could just catch people off guard, but like you said, that plays completely into Heretics' hands. The double duelist comp on defense wants to fight in mid, wants to lean on the incredible rifling.
Just for clarification's sake, that last time out,
kepala nonton Paper X.
We were sitting there going,
selalu pusing.
It wasn't. It was Heretics trying to get themselves back
Tebak
on the
dulu
right
map ini
page.
siapa menang? Paper X lah.
Timeline. Bits and pieces, 3 rounds this half.
Paper X 2-0, Paper X 2-0.
A quick reminder for Paper X to keep that mental fortitude in the right place, and for Heretics that it's not over yet. A slow and steady march back for Paper X though. Woot looking to try and be confident here.
Ini Woot sih lagi gila weh.
Pasti tahu sih dia depresi.
Making it feel possibly like there's only one of them there. Miniboo as he leaves inserts Woot
dia
in
fake
position.
OP-nya.
Might get a challenge.
Dia fake OP-nya Woot ah.
They're coming back around. The one-man
Alah,
stand
something ada
against
step lagi.
5.
That's a good recon. That's a good recon.
He has to fall off this now. He tried to stick around as late as he could, but it looks like the flood's coming nevertheless.
Alah,
Paper X
something punya
at the door.
Patman, what you doing, Patman?
Sends him away. Stunning shot, but something still headstrong in approach. But there's the flash from Forsaken.
Forsaken kita masih ada 3 lawan 3. Cuma OP di side. Please, aware.
Play from Forsaken, and it's still a 3v3.
Aware.
Could do damage here. Paper X have taken a pause, trying to be disciplined, trying to bait Boo into a fight. Woot could be a legend here if he's able to pull it off with the op and the knives.
But he needs his team to keep them funneling towards him near on, get that support right, but they want to fight on CT the right.
Let's go! Last B! We're running away! For a second.
They've got a great idea where Woot
Jangan
is.
kasih
They're
tembus
leaving
itu.
him stalking the final prey. Can Woot survive?
Good call, Ace, bro!
Forsaken!
Woo!
5 kills! Tying up the scoreline!
Kasih paham, King.
He's got incredible aim,
Wish,
but what
life.
always impresses
back,
me about
bro.
Forsaken is the creativity with what you see him do. How is he here? Look
Forsaken!
at that! He's in such an aggro spot.
Dapat 2 ya.
That blooms out on market, gets the TP into it.
Anjing, something.
God, that is stress on the face of something.
Calm comms, man. Calm comms.
Forsaken with an ace to get up close to the top of the scoreboard. Something's having a good game individually.
Alah,
This
defense
is tense
push.
stuff, and Heretics
Sadar,
trying to
sadar,
find
sadar.
any means to stay alive here. The plan's been seen though. We're gonna be left alone.
Wah,
Doesn't
B
bail out.
full.
Rex push forward.
B bantai.
Head first here. Boo standing in their way, but only with a classic. It ain't much to try and stick
Mati kau,
around
mati.
with.
Alah, boleh busuk.
Bit of damage, but it's really in the arms of Wu to do something about it, and the door is
Wallnya
shut
jadi
on
bagus
him.
tak tahu apa.
Paper X. I don't know how they pulled this one back, but they certainly have.
Wallnya jadi bagus tak tahu kenapa.
Aduh.
Apa darah dia 5, darah dia 5. Darah dia 5.
Where you're looking for Paper X not to overheat.
Something kenapa tuh?
And Wu, if he can, will try to drag Heretics
Suppress
through with his
something
Blade
main.
Storm. Again.
Mana giveaway yang konjingan 3.000 tahun. Halo Roy.
Can one man do?
Sabar dulu
Saw
ya.
it in the hands of Forsaken
Ramai
just
lagi
last round, but Wu needs to kindle some of that magic
Ini
himself.
kalau TH menang sih
There's
udah
that flash. Gonna connect, but
end
Wu's the
stream
first man in, finds
Aku
out,
end stream,
drops him.
sumpah aku end stream.
Can't do it. Paper X pushing up to
12.
12. After a disastrous first half, have recovered and then
12.
some here.
That's the grit, that's the mental game that you need to see coming out from them. Brushing off. The greatest players always have short memories when it comes to matches.
It's true.
You can't allow yesterday's match,
Itu kalau
even
Wood
the
punya
previous
pedang
map,
kena sih mati.
to affect how you're playing.
Janganlah di sini tengok kau tepok meja.
Heretics though back with rifles in hand.
Paper X
No
win,
ultimate
tidak ada
speed
tepok
particularly,
meja.
and Divide one away from a steel garden, so pressure is going to be massive here for
Paper
the
X easy
EMEA
win.
squad.
Back to business for Wu, living life under heavy
Hampir mati kau.
scrutiny, but will back off from this. But it looks like Paper X want to scale
Davai
fast.
ulti lah. Cepat man, Davai di B ternyata.
Wait.
My shot, Fai! Balik Fai, balik Fai! Fai, balik Fai! Fai, balik Fai! Fai! Fai!
How has he got two?
Ridiculous.
And now, options are plenty for Paper X. This is their canvas to paint it how they want.
Play together,
But
please,
that was the
please.
big ultimate that Paper X had to work with. So he does a great job of being able to pick up two, don't get me wrong. But now, they might just have to try to take guns out against Benji Fishy. He is weak, 45 health.
45 darah dia, 45 darah
Responsibility
dia.
on this side of the map. He must be a hero.
He's done it before.
Ulti dia!
This has not been one of his highlight games. There's a lot.
Mampus!
And that is a quick death.
Mampus
Maybe
kau!
a blessing at this point. But Paper X doing everything necessary
For
over
itu ah,
deliveries by
masih
Divide,
ada Wood
but
ya,
we'll take
final
it when
boss.
you get it. Boo and Wu, no option but to fight forward
Ah,
now.
Fab, kau ini kalah, kau end stream.
Aku end stream, kau ini kalah. Buat apa dia buang ulti?
Put the finishing touches on a
Kena
round
kau!
here
Oke.
in a 4v2.
So close. Wu, a great performance, but great may not be enough against this team. Paper X.
It's 4v2, it's 4v2. Cuma Wood final bossnya. Please.
To get that mental, to get that confidence, to get that
Play
danger
time.
and fire back again, but Wu steps
Time.
bold with the first, but he can't follow up, so now Boo with all to do. Two players, the time is running low. He knows his options
Time.
are limited. He's going down swinging.
GG!
It's going up today. Map one is Paper X.
An exact replica.
Aku pusing liat pergerakan Wood anjir.
On ascent against
Autis,
G2.
wadah beb.
A 4-8 half and then an
Otaknya
monstrous
otis,
comeback on the
otak.
attack side. They
Hah?
are so good in these spots.
Pergerakannya autis oh. First map for Paper X.
Bisa patah-patah gitu ya?
Family they fly off today.
Apa?
coming today, is it? My family as well, dude. My mom booked to the finals also. I don't wanna be tour guide for the next 6 days, boys. I don't wanna be a tour guide. I haven't seen
I don't wanna be a tour guide for 6 days kata Davai.
Yeah, leaving 1 hour from Paris, bro. Anytime. Hey, shush.
Anjing menang tuh. Itu gara-gara dia pencetus voting lah, makanya begitu.
Apa katanya?
Davai bilang I don't wanna be tour guide for next 6 days kata dia. Kalau dia kalah kan tak main dah.
Fab, Wood ini buat voting.
Enggak betul. Kau percaya perkataan Ferry ini. Ferry yang ngomong anjing.
Babi dia nih.
Fer, ada yang percaya kau Fer. Tepatnya selesai nih naik gunungnya. Maaf ya kok, tapi saya dukung TH, soalnya tim yang saya dukung pasti loss. Bagus.
Dah.
Dukung saya TH.
Hah? Nggak bisa.
Winda rage quit kayaknya.
Gara bocil predator. Bodo amat, gak ngomong terus bocil gak seru, masalah bodo amat, yang penting kelar tantangannya nih. Susah ini kocak, gue lagi login dulu. Babi. Nggak seru bang, bodo amat anjing. Gara-gara kalian semua tuh bocil predator.
Kayaknya Winda rage quit.
Next Vape stream Roblox gunung pakai topi yang pakai tas.
Ini harusnya gampang guys.
Enggak, aku mau baju terus camping.
Tenang, nanti di ujung di puncak udah bisa guys, harusnya udah bisa ngomong guys. Ini belum 5 menit juga kok. Udah kalian dengar gua aja yang ngomong guys. Emang kalau gua yang ngomong nggak cukup ya? Bocil keluar masuk lagi teman-teman ya. Bocil keluar. Ya udah itu. Masuk lagi ya. Ayo guys. Nah ini udah bisa. Let's go, bisa ngomong.
Nggak ada summit di sini.
Nah udah ada suaranya nih, enak nih. Weh, mana yang lain woi? Guys, kalian di mana guys?
Thank you, Mel.
What's happening, bro?
Sepertinya rage quit nih orang nih.
Suaranya
Anjay, thank you Mel.
Ini semua gara-gara bocil predator Kento.
Jam ini pakai
Endstream aja. Kamu mana mandi gak Beb? Anjay, thank you Mel. Mana Hani? Kamu udah ada main gak hari ini kan?
I don't really know how it can be told.
Yeah, literally.
Ini nih Gary bukan sih? Who are you? Sentinels. Teneng. Anjay akun units. Kira sudah dijual. Tidak akan pernah dijual. Mohon maaf. Tidak akan pernah dijual. Sorry.
My ultimate's ready.
Cek.
My ult's ready. What's this?
Kau sombong na mungkin dong tuh iko. Mana mabar. Mabar. Sekarang 1 Pepperex menang bang. Game 1 udah menang. Cosplay wood. Buat autis ya. Jarang live sih kok. Baru balik, guys. Kelvin masih di situ. Aku lagi di Ponti. Kelvin juga di Ponti. Kamu ganti profile picture dan nickname. Aku lupa. Albert nggak main Palu. Albert di Aussie. Udah no more. Belakangan ini nggak live stream ya? Iya, baru balik lagi. Mulai belum? Halo back my nuts. Welcome back. Your streamer respect brother.
Ready for it.
Yeah, and I think they are
mulus
for a reason. I think
ngambil
they
buah
saw
dulu
something
bentar.
But this is it. Do or die. It's the final chapter potentially for Heretics. If they want to continue their story, it has to be here. It has to be now.
All right, let's find out if we can make it to map 3. Send it back over to your casters. Here's Pansy inside show.
And as Bren said, this could be the final chapter here, especially for Heretics. So time to put pen to paper and rewrite that story. An opportunity is in front of them. They have this comp to come in with. But how do you think this fares up against PaperX? Is that preparation there? Do you think they're informed to take this 2-0?
When I saw Team Heretics play this comp most recently, and it was a fairly late adjustment for them, it didn't look as well
Welcome to the world of Buah. Apa kabar Pekmenats? Long time no see loh. Benar-benar long time banget.
They were doing a lot was Miniboo with his dash, throw a saturate and refract. And that was supposed to set up moves or re-enter somebody like that for the kill. But it was like that was the
game 2.
idea that they thought of, whereas you look like a team like DRX have so many different ideas with this comp. I think this is going to test the players, test their ability to come up with new ideas and be creative under pressure. And a lot of it's going to be, in my opinion, looking towards Miniboo. Because he did fall off a little bit in that second half on Ascent, went 2 and 12 on defense after having a really good attack side. So if you can pick himself up again here on the entry, maybe he can wipe away those thoughts of elimination. There are 3 players in spawn. They are simply rotating off noise.
That's madness. Just waiting for the go signal, which is towards A. So actually worked out quite well, understanding maybe the simplicity of this composition. Early TP is in effect. They are
full fight. Nice shot. Nice net. Nice shot.
Walking into a massacre. Paper right place, right time, and absolutely landing everything. This is going to be a horrific wake-up call for Heretics. Again, the caliber so high here in Champions. You don't get rest. You don't get easy rounds.
It's just a perfect anticipation as well, isn't it, of exactly what Heretics were going for. If it was a B hit, you would have seen those 3 players in spawn go over towards where something was playing. Instead, something dives through the teleport and puts pressure on Heretics. Woot with it all to do. He's been fabulous, but you're never winning in that spot. Just never winning. Paper X have 5 players ready to fight and a gate crash over to B if there was a pivot in the mid round. There's util, there's spam. You just can't get
There's no way out. There's no way out.
Once you've been hard red like that, the pistol round is over. And it's a bad start. Bad start for a Heretic squad who are playing on their opponent's map pick. A map they're not great at, not super comfortable on. And it's for their champion's life.
Talk about understanding tendencies and kind of getting those sort of reads. Mini's watched Heretics a long time now as well. Very acutely aware of what's coming in, so maybe some of these little concepts we sat in the pocket there.
I think too, this comp feels like an APAC comp. It feels like a Pacific comp. So I think that's an area as well where Paper X are perfectly happy playing against that kind of style. If it's all in, if it's not very much slow and defaulting and baiting them into overextending, they are great in defensive spots where they can just run at their opponent.
It's almost the Paper X plan, right? In a weird way at times. No one can do it quite as good as them. And look at this again, just another opportunity to go farming.
Good molly, man.
Bloody hell, this is how it goes. It's too early in the day to be witnessing stuff like this. They past the watershed. Paper X, man. What are you doing to him?
That's the second round in a row that Heretics have tried to get out through showers. Just been met with a barrage of utility, so no go in that scenario. Heretics were actually focused a lot more on B execs when we last saw them play on Bind. So maybe just trying to mix things up early on and work off the fact that they think Paper X will have done some anti based on that last match result. But they've got to get on the board here. And it's dangerous weaponry. You see something with the judge and the fights that Paper X take, I am always worried that they can get huge value out of picks like that.
There we go. More standard start, right? Default out. Take your time.
But not actually getting up at B-long.
Or
even using a prowler to put pressure over there. There's single horns being used. That's pulled Pac-Man over in this direction.
No trolling, bukan Paper X.
Weakened the A site slightly, but it's not like Team Heretics are putting pressure too far forwards. Here comes a defensive prowler. Goes through garden and over to try to check the spot that Benji's watching towards. And only now Heretics go for the creep up, contacting, trying to find a fight.
Can't ignore Hooker, right? Because that crossfire will kick into effect, even if it's the judge there.
They can smoke it off though. Boo's still with 3 to work with. And then Benji can go really late, but it's very dangerous.
Okay, now it's starting to split back across, looking like a 3-2. And the curiosity killing Divide there pretty much. Maybe wanting that information. As something has to play into the corner. Oh, no. This could be a disaster. And he's waited. He knew there was a phase nearby as well. It is a
nice shot! Nice shot!
Again, Heretics can't get any choke point at all. They are being strangled out of this game.
That's an incredible blunder from the most consistent player on Heretics. Rienz will be kicking himself that he didn't put the Prowler into the corner properly there. That's the whole purpose of that piece of utility. And something with great patience. You know, Alex was saying that they are nervous out there. But he doesn't look it. He looks composed in a spot like that. It's a rare mistake, but a devastating one.
And something even Len Rienz know, right? Standing up, telling him. Could shake a lesser player. And Heretics feeling iced out here, right? You've not had a glance in. It feels like they haven't even been able to get towards the sites particularly. Locked off by Shower. Locked off here toward B. And something time to take strides here. A show of dominance. Outstay is welcome, but has to be cautious. Still a threat to be found, even in this round. Stingers, Sheriffs, looking for an opportunity and a body to drop. They've got it. Lovely clear. Finally, Heretics looking like there's a fire underneath them.
Throwing caution to the wind there. Miniboo jumps into his own snake bite, lucky not to get punished. Somehow, in the chaos, coming away with 2. PaperX not ready for that.
Batman's here pretty quick, though. He's going to be watched on the drop down by Wood if he does go for it. I send out the C's. Doesn't quite get a catch. Still a lot of players dedicated towards site itself. Prowler, the Horn, coming through. So PaperX feeling like they're getting closer, but they still got so many bodies to try and play this through with Jing. Flies in.
Jing!
It's fantastic, but Heretics still holding on. The back line holding this time, turning the MasterCard Thrifty in their favor.
They needed a round like that. And I think they did just throw caution to the wind. Yeah. The way even that Rienz peeked over towards Fountain was almost like he wanted redemption for the mistake that he made in the prior. He just swung it with a Sheriff, desperate to try to take a fight. And like I said, it's a bit weird the way that they even engage there. They throw the smokes for frontside control. Miniboo goes diving backwards, but they're on a different page in terms of how they want to take the fight, and it still just works out because they're brave about it. Because they hold W against the Kings at W Gaming. And something's got his operator in this spot. The Prowler broken.
Still going to be present on the site. Has to fall back a little, but not a lot. New line down, new body to be dropped. Takes away Boo from the equation. Smoke's now limited, if not no. This is a problem to be had. 3 players locked in towards long. A pop flash to go for it, and they fancy a look. They fancy a chance.
Nice scan! Good fucking scan!
Suddenly looking lethal as ever.
Don't stop. The util to be able to set that up is also remarkably good.
Super sick.
It's Devalu's on the cutting edge of it, but Flash Horn combo, I believe, up over the top.
Glory, glory, PaperX.
C's on top too.
Glory, glory,
double assists off the back of Device 2K. And they stuff Heretics over towards the teleport. Jing was itching to go through the sand crunch with his showstopper too, but he saves it.
As the Rex go my team.
Heretics to try to make something happen in this round.
Worried there. Man, this looks a little bit lackluster still.
Well, they've got great opportunities here. Rienz can take away the audio cues.
Piala Fnatic udah kebanyakan. What the fuck? What the fuck?
Wherever you go, there is a brick.
What the fuck? Ace lagi, ace lagi. Ace, 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 ace. Dua ace. Aduh. Alamak, alamak.
Putting up numbers as best he could.
Kalma,
this
kalma.
is 5-1. And Heretics
Alex
looking
full
shut out.
Glory, those aggressive flights over towards short. And he's just putting in a little bit of spam, anticipating that they're going to go for a short
kill
pop.
pertama
So
spam
right.
What the
Look
fuck?
at it from his perspective. Oh, he's just gifted those two. On the most common line that you can spam down, finds the perfect timing, and Heretics run into the bullets.
Nyanyi lagi, Pin. Glory, glory, PaperX.
The only silver lining for Heretics is that they didn't burn the big ultimates. They were about to set up a thinkable fade on Euro combo, and they still have that to be able to work with in the next, but they need a round on the board. Stat.
Itu lagu
to say the least.
It's the exact mirror image of map 1, right? It's the other team getting out to a hot start, and we're asking the same kind of questions. both of these squads known for
Kita cari lagu
negative voice in the back of your head. Body language here from Minibu, playing under quite a bit of stress, but can you answer back? Can you step up?
Ini tidak pada bunuh negeri.
Still be brave to find those moments. Not let the disappear in the lower bracket.
Max Petrus.
Santo Petrus, bangunlah, bangunlah, abdikan ilmu pada bangsamu.
Anjay.
Bagusan glory Paper X.
Glory
Execution was really nice on the attack side of the Ascent Heretics.
Ultinya udah 4
Huge amount to work with here.
Anjing!
My God! Speak about confidence. He flies off the rip. Batman wanted to be involved in this, but now it's just ult on, ult on, ult on.
Batman dead.
Batman, can you live? Can you survive? No. Dead and buried in the site, looking open, looking available. Investing those ults correctly here. Trying to take
Swing,
space towards
swing, pai. Aduh, pai. Ayo, mantap, pai.
Wow! Timing.
Kena assist. Hey!
Things together. It's just pure chaos.
Something di sini ya?
Something still around and Heretics.
Gak ada yang tahu dia di sini.
Do not know where something is. You can see the hesitation, the caution. He waits
tunggu.
just a moment, pausing, letting that moment stew, and the information now is there. You almost felt it line up. Babu staying alive, but Jesus, did that take everything?
Wah, dapat itu keren loh.
I mean, Heretics relying on the ult plays to be able to get themselves into a situation.
Loncat turun si anjing.
Trying to fight instantly to disrupt, and then taking timings through smokes to
timingnya mantap loh. Tapi Buna loncat nah. Bisa dapat ah.
See if he can find a 1v2.
Ini gara-gara Max Petrus nih.
But crucially, it's the footing, the toll that Heretics need to keep the game competitive.
But it's a climb, and they are not stepping down yet. Something goes finding further. Babu, again, backbone here.
He's been rock solid when his team's needed him, actually, across both maps. He's not putting up the biggest numbers, but he's been important for them when it's mattered.
Rafael lagi panas banget nih. Teruskan.
Have locked off short, so it's going to be much more difficult to head in that direction. Still fade ults on both sides. And taking a look.
Apa ada suara sendal orang gila dia?
Actually, at the moment over towards Beyond, but still with full fade utility to work with.
Lagi bukain sama
Heretics perhaps. Backing up, but he's holding.
Fine angle, isn't it?
Oh, headshotnya tuh.
Ini kuncinya mana?
Forcing off the slightly deeper line, step back, pulls him for the
bro.
crossfire, has to win the 1v1 for sake he's got his back. Great reveal, now getting hands on the flood coming his way. He's up for the test on the first, passes were flying close but swarmed in the end. And a consideration of the ult, but they feel that maybe they could go for something better. There it is, Benji, going for the ult.
Mati dia!
It's not bad from Jing, but unconfirmed. In all of this, Jing trying to keep all of that attention.
Menang nih.
Does get handled again. You talk about critical kills. Boo is doing this again, finding these key ones that basically swing around, almost bookending this.
Game 3 dibantai
Looks like
pulang
Jing's
DPR
options
Pyrex.
are here to save.
And Heretics are finding more value now over towards B. We saw them go for kind of showers pushes earlier on. But the default to B finish has been the thing that's now working for them. To run out of these massive ultimates, though, that have been crucial to getting the rounds on the board. Can he keep an op online? I think he'll
ribut juga ya live ini ya.
But you talk about necessity.
Aku perlu telepon orang juga ya.
These couple of rounds have felt hard fought for too.
They definitely have. The entry's in. I'm interested as to how Forsaken even gets this opening kill. Oh, he's playing out in front of the smoke, so he knows that Hookah's going to get smoked off and steps out onto the box. Yeah. He's so good at
keluar lagi.
but he still gets caught next of it all. It took everything though. You're utilizing
cycling ults, man.
Yeah, basically every now, as things get a little dry, a little more even, maybe favour back Paperx's side.
Something still hunting with these early impact kills, but he's got that deep line to sit on. Play off that if they fancy. Even the Haunt to be added in for good measure.
Ini mah lanjut map 3 atau ke overtime.
Throwing out his clone.
13-7, 13 Paper Rex.
Towards the teleport.
13-7, 13
They're on the deep B line. They're getting the stack in the right place over towards A.
Tebakan saya.
They're worried. They are worried about showers. That clone making a lot of noise over there.
I'm worried about Jing. That position you feel he's good for a few potentially.
Notice how nobody is really taking space in short because you're concerned too about Forsaken spamming and just getting a couple freebies.
Well, it's a sign of presence. 3-2 split perhaps. So cautious here, Heretics. Don't really have that get out of jail free card with any of these ults. Still have Rien's, but that's about all they've got here.
Sakit nih Jing nih. Nak jepit. Sakit
30 seconds. Aggression noted towards Shower. One goes in, it's commitment time.
Oh, Batman! Batman dari mana?
The double, the triple. Paper Rex always right place.
Batman!
And Heretics look stumped for an answer.
Siapa yang ngomong comeback, ha?
Comes out of nowhere, man. What an insane
Match
defensive
keberapa bang?
setup.
Kedua.
Team Heretics was
so
cautious and so patient to get themselves into position.
Olah, line up ah.
Woot in the midst of that.
Nembak clone ah.
Woot already had a TP set up towards default.
Nembak clone dapat 3 anjing.
And it's scarier when they're having fun. I know that sounds silly, but it's okay. There's no weight on their shoulders now. They've got that first map behind them. They've got a bit of comfort in that. They're playing well together. This feels dangerous if you're Heretics. Hell, you only have to look at the scoreline to know that. But again, the tension looking like it's been relieved from Paper Rex now. Forsaken did do nasty business down here before the corners, but he's been hunted. He's been caught this time. Jing, Ding! He's still got so much damage taken away too. 3v3.
But those are guns given away and an opportunity now for Heretics to reset. They've got an open B side, but they could just slow the tempo down.
Udah ketahuan toh.
Dies the mini boo. That's another opportunity given, and Heretics really can now slow down that pace.
Bentar lah, ini ada Pato-Manto.
Just ease up the tempo. Make Batman a device sweat and worry.
Oh, when Antonius
lurked your way in.
Yeah,
really
fucking
nicely
go home.
called tempo shift there from Boo. After a
good
double
ending
dive with the Julius, I was worried in the previous exec that they just walked out showers again. This time, taking that space down short, jumping on top of Forsaken very quickly.
Akankah something fake call out again? Tidak akan.
More than he did, but he brought it back into a reasonable range.
Easy bantai.
Again, looking at the shields here, it's only really mini Boo. He's got that light shield beside him, so Boo and Woot are a bit vulnerable, and Divide gets the operator. Gonna work this one out here. Cresting this corner, he will have an opportunity. First, missed. A chance and a new lease of life. Divide going back in for seconds, and mini Boo's on the case. Batman couldn't quite make it there in time to complement that clear. 1v3 is a lot to demand, especially in these positions. Heretics would be absolutely fumbling this if they let it drop. And trying to path toward an isolated player.
Who's going to be playing off the molly back here somewhere. Instead, it is his younger brother picking things up over towards market.
Tak bisa, Paper Rex main lagi besok.
Got a 4K in the previous, but here doesn't even have an opportunity.
Paper Rex main terus.
Team Heretics there from Heretics.
Yeah, Team Heretics comp is so much about the ideas that you bring, and I think that's one of the reasons why DRX have been so excellent with it on their attack sides, because they are a theory-based team. They come in with a lot of set plays.
Nah, Owen nah spam
this is one of the first that looks great from Heretics, right? It's an
Makasih ya Owen ya.
the Lamps player who's going to be playing that angle a bit
Banyak
more
sekali
aggro.
dia kirim hadiah.
They're in with both duelists really quickly. Viper wall separates off.
Main dari mana orang hari ini pulang nangis.
And then you can isolate Jig for another kill as well. If they bring this level of creativity and theory into their other execs, they might still be able to recover this hard.
It's not over yet. We are asking them to operate at such a high level.
Terima kasih ya Wan ya.
Woi
Jing! Oh udah kena slow lagi dia. Lari bang.
Stim barely getting him at regular speed, but he does make it towards backside and safety. And a 1-for-1 trade up.
Banyak gift-nya kok. Banyak sekali spamnya.
Dia kirim 500.000.
Banyak sekali.
Apa ada dosa?
Talks about critical kills and Boo has had them in droves now. Handled again. Great find from him, very diligent, but it doesn't mean you still have access to the sites.
Don't like that walk up from Woot as well when you know that you've got space over
Join party IGN 49 enggak.
Something's beaten into the rotation. Oh, he's in position. Fantastic find towards Benji.
Dur.
Doesn't know how close he is to being another killer. Something though, going to take the space with the shorty, play for that smoke. The expectation is there from Heretics. Something keeping this space secure.
Good ulti mati itu.
Gonna claim it with the just re-ends to keep this one in their hands. No one to try and hide behind.
Jangan kasih tahu lah. Benar. Huka. Defuse.
And this is a horrific scenario to try and get out of. Forsaken. How many multi-kills is this man gonna get?
How many multi-kills this man has?
It's a sick round to get Paper X up to 7.
Team Heretics balik
out here with both teams trading their duelist.
Balik
too. They realized that they had an open B site. Maybe another opportunity to slow the game down there. But he decides to send it on to B. Send the plant as well.
Pulang
On
kampung.
the defense side, Heretics recently won a bite because he was sticking those diffuses, putting his body in those situations. Now he's got an ult to play around, and Miniboo can be a playmaker. If he can land a saturate, get a dash, play his ult, Heretics can still make something of this half.
Kan Bu sama Miniboo orang Prancis anjing.
4 implied to begin down towards sand. 3 in actuality.
Tengok lah.
I mean, that could be a sicko waylay ult, but Miniboo doesn't go for it.
Could you imagine?
Pak Dewan spam hadiah banyak sekali.
Bodies, though, to be noted early here. Those footsteps will have been heard, so Heretics might be on red alert, but still.
Apa yang ditembak sih?
Straight through long.
Itu smoke-nya buah. Hah? Buat ambil ulti poin ah.
Heretics still defaulting though, not looking to end B just yet. The risk is that Benji is going to walk straight into this op. Something is on such a deep line.
Mati kau.
Shot for information.
Only on a lurker. It doesn't really tell you
Kalau
too much. You don't see a duelist or fade.
Dah fire mati.
You can see the curiosity. Rien's calling in for support here. And it takes a long to take one down. He'll take that at this point. 35 seconds, they need a way in.
It's a fake B hit.
The ult from Wu can give them information on where to put the waylay.
It's a fake B hit.
And they're actually leaving it. Yeah,
it's a fake B hit.
Complete fake. And something's left his deep line.
It's on something.
Mati kau!
Caught there, Wu couldn't get away. Something playing a safer line here, a little bit more passive, just trying to hold that security for the rotation.
Good passive.
They're going to give up the plant on this unless they have util for it, and they don't. So they're going to come in. They try and overcompensate and play backside. No, they're going to play security. Miniboo, though, going to find one.
Okay.
Goes for a big swing, but it's Rien's to tip the scales in their favor in a 3v2. Going to need something. Land a couple here. Just stray. Benji backpedaling towards showers and security, looking like they've got some really good positions.
What the fuck? How you whip that?
Something on 21 HP. He's given them some magic before. It's not being given much now.
Dar, watching. Cantiknya.
Bulldog in hand, it's not the best weapon for the job, and Boo's trying to make it much more difficult with the molly down there.
100% Paper X win dah.
I don't think this one's going to be possible.
Heretics, they've had to pull out all the stops here, man. This has been a very hard fought for just 5 rounds. Something tries to finish with a flourish, but 7-5 is competitive here on what felt like an absolute blowout of the beginning.
Bulok. 115 ya.
We're worried about the mentals of both of these teams, and I think you can start to feel a bit more confident about Heretics. Got another half though where they'll need to pick things up.
Tidak sebantai itu. Aduh, kencing ah. 75 menjadi 13-7. Paper X 2 guys. Kencing juga.
Ikut.
Ultra Milk Blueberry Blast baru. Rasa blueberry-nya nampol, enaknya full.
Pakai Gatsby Fiber Clay.
Biarkan. Rambut gue gini aja udah ganteng.
Enggak sih, setahun dikit kek.
Iya ya. Tuh dengerin cewek lo, bukan Jeffrey, biar ganteng beneran. Gatsby Fiber, style up your life.
Feel a little like map 1 in a way there.
Sure.
Off to a very fast start for PaperX this time, but the resilience kicked in for Heretics, but it did feel like it took just about everything. Every ult coming in, great calling from Boo, some key kills there, understanding this, but I have no idea how the second half goes now.
No.
I have absolutely no clue.
Well, it's so difficult to predict, isn't it? But I know that the pressure is on Team Heretics. They're a map down.
Yes.
They're also 5-7 down, 2 rounds behind it with a pistol left to play. And there's the player on the other side, Forsaken. When you take a look at the Coinbase Econ report,
he's
absolutely
filthy.
Putting bullets into Miniboo as well, shutting down your big entry player on the attack side. And I think this comp becomes more difficult to play on defense from Heretics' perspective. It's tougher as the Waylay to know when you want to use that utility. A lot of what Heretics were doing was playing for retake, which might be a good idea against PaperX, actually, because they do come at you with such force at the beginning of these rounds, but you've got to be clinical afterwards to be able to win in those spots.
It's a little bit of a scary combo towards the top. Patman, Forsaken, Jing, all looking really sharp on that first half.
And a big difference in terms of the pistol success rate to PaperX. They've been better in the tournament. They dominated Heretics in the early pistol round 1. Have they got a good game plan here?
See, won't we?
Early Prowler allows Benji Fishy to stay on a more aggressive line, and Miniboo's confident, wants to try to take a fight, wants to do a bit of spamming, but as he reloads, PaperX walk up.
Look how close they are already, Forsaken, Jing, both towards sight. There's a lot to handle, but it's Woot to then pick up the mantle, take over and find 2. And Benji back there in the space, right towards the spike itself. Wants to put his body on the line for it, but Woot the bodyguard, just allowing any further steps from PRX. Much held on this little short walk up.
Really sick round from Woot so far. Benji loses that duel to Device, so an opening here for PaperX, but the spike down in pocket still. A flank coming through from Boo, and if he falls, more danger.
Yeah, Woot's the danger man, sure, but Divide didn't take that much damage, still on 70. Batman seems so acutely aware there's a chance of this flank.
Boo's playing it great though, just containing.
Doesn't need to do too much more. You should be able to put it somewhat safely in the hands of the 2 there and then slowly squeeze as is needed, but they're still looking for this kill. They'd love one. And Boo now on the tap of the spike will move closer. Lovely reveal. That was absolutely fantastic. Can't say enough how well that helped things.
It's Woot's flash as well that sets up the horn, can't be broken. And Woot, at every point here, excellent. The way that he trades out to great kills. Certainly they hadn't realized the PaperX were that deep. Beautiful. Bang on with that, but Woot's there, using Miniboo as a little piece of bait. And Miniboo's happy about it. So a pistol that they desperately needed, looking to try to tie the game up. And this is tension.
Feeling a little bit of that heaviness of the game again. PaperX, we saw it in kind of that first half as well, how I guess the levity of the situation coming in a bit more, feeling a little bit, you know, having fun almost, kind of kindling some of that.
They were singing and dancing.
Yeah, calmness and happiness. This might remind them that it's not quite there yet. Still a bit of threat. This story opens up new potential rounds and re-ends. Catching near on for free. And away we go.
That is a ridiculous use of the refract. Miniboo just applying pressure there to the Sand people and trying to see if he can get a little bit of information.
Really danger man, you'd imagine. With that Sheriff, everyone else just down on Classic. So, by all rights, Heretics should be able to keep this clean. The first time we've seen something go astray, though. A couple more seconds on the horn being back into play.
Yeah, well, I mean, Heretics have only got 2 people here, and Miniboo's going to have to have big value. Doesn't have his Saturate to be able to play around anymore. They need a bit of assistance. And PaperX are getting a lot of value out of walking up behind Devi's wall.
Yeah, they've made it pretty far at this point. Playing towards Tribox and Shower. I don't say giving up the plant, but it feels like they are. So something waiting, Forsaken, waiting, Mini-Boo, blind reward. Forsaken having to try and save them, but by now I think we know it numerically. This becomes improbable, if not impossible. Devi, make me a believer. 20 seconds. He's still got a man on site. Oh, he doesn't anymore! And maybe I am a believer now. 13 seconds, the plant will be here.
10 seconds left.
Given away. Second time of asking, one bullet. All he had to play with in the Stinger, forced to hit this plant now. Benji closing in. This is looking lethal. 2 bullets to the Sheriff! A desperate attempt, a brilliant try, but not enough today.
Damage done a little bit to Heretic's economy. And I think despite the losses early on here in this half, you can see that Forsaken's got the read, the coaching staff of PaperX have got the read that Heretics are going to want to play for retake. Because you're right, they're getting free plants down. They're getting that walk into front side of A, and they're being able to set up for a bit of post-plant aggression. So I think PaperX are prepped here. It's just about the execution. It's just about finding those moments where you can surprise a Heretics player in backside, whether that's A or B. This round, though, critical. You can't allow a bonus round to get put up by Heretics, because then PaperX, all of those nagging voices are going to start
again, a little louder.
Thinking back to Lotus.
And that's the one that's on the horizon, isn't it? I know a lot of us would love to see it. Almost feels poetic if we get there, but an opportunity to close this out in 2 for PaperX.
Overtime ini mah.
Good purchase here.
13-7.
Bonus for Heretics. Far from pretty.
3 players stacked up towards B long, but they all leave at the same time. A little strange. Boo comes back to try to pick up this info. Ooh. A chance for Jing to punish.
Notoriously explosive player as well. You've always got to be on your guard if he's nearby. Devi looking sharp as well from that previous. Got to be feeling himself after that. Not in the conversion.
They're looking to try to push back Boo and Rientz in these positions. There's a little bit of short control for Heretics, but not enough to go for a sand crunch here. I should be fairly safe.
Third man now in attendance towards B. Rotation called over. See how this looks. How's that pressure? Jing, usual pathing, usual scaling, caught by Boo. This is getting dangerous though. Pac-Man on the right back, that's lovely. Held off towards long, this gets dangerous, and look at the corner Boo is playing in. But they still clear, they absolutely do. Great prowler there.
Oh no,
Go,
All committed, they really want to win this. 4v3, looking to try to scrap, but now sitting back a little, allowing PaperX to sight. They can play the player advantage retake.
Good. Can, and with weaker weapons, you have to take all advantages. Backs to the wall, PaperX normally come out swinging.
Aggression, initiative.
Always the plan. Forsaken waiting on this corner, not alone, but Boo's still worth his weight in gold. Takes one down, but it's Devi to double down. Trying to secure what looks like a dangerous round, and Batman with a rather uncharacteristic miss there. Finds himself in the cubby, but a quick made. Crossfire.
One enemy.
And that's lovely from
Devi, my team.
From here in the last couple of rounds, showing truly fantastic form.
And that piece of post-plant aggression is what you need to see from PaperX too. If Heretics are going to allow you to get the plant down and they're going to play for advantage retakes, you need to stabilize that advantage by actually making a play yourself like this. Pushing through, finding these couple of kills on longer sight lines where the Vandals are favored.
Nice. Oh, thank God. Do I hate it when they do this?
Heretics, though, they had to wait for Mini-Boo to come all the way around on the retake. Now they've got rifles. Jing with a judge. Got to create a game plan around putting in lamps or something, don't you?
You'd imagine, right? But what the hell is this beginning? No, that fell far too short.
Well, the flash just wasn't good enough there to set Mini-Boo up. It's an idea. I'll give him that.
Doesn't mean it's a good idea. There's now a man to the good for PaperX. They'll take that as a beginning. Bold look into an 8-7 lead for PaperX. 3-man stack. They're looking to play Pac-Man here.
The perfect time. They know now that he's retreated. They'll be so fast on the flank. Giving it away, though.
I thought they'd be a bit more subtle with this. If anything, it spurs PaperX on now, and Boo looking vulnerable. He's trying to keep back the flood on his own, and Pac-Man very aware. Great
Good
damage.
seize.
This is exceptional, but he does get cleared. Security found on the site and the plant in play. It's a 3v4.
Dropped.
Oh,
Anjir, sejauh
he's
itu.
trying to play his life for so long. Eventually found him. The remaining two seem obvious, but we're still sharp as ever. Trying to do what he can to recover what feels like a lost round. 3 more targets and a very little amount of time to play with.
Something
noted, but that's it.
Something aggressive, confident, already on the flank, up through short.
Play something, play something.
Thinking about that yet, they've got too many problems right in front of them, but the danger was always behind, and the fun should be here. Cannot do enough. Paper Rex, brilliant here.
I don't quite understand what's going on with the Viper ult in the post plant, but all good. Paper Rex handled that very nicely. This early play just wasn't enough to try to set Miniboo up. It's maybe just straight up unlucky there, that something is tucked so close to the wall he doesn't get hit by the flash.
Nice one,
they weren't particularly subtle with the triple push out through sand.
Big Tiger!
When Batman spams a little bit into hookah and then you don't see it, I think you can have the read in that spot that you just contact up and take the fight against him, but...
Especially there's 3 of you.
Yeah,
right?
they flash pushed out just in case there was another couple lingering in that area, trying to be diligent. But they just didn't quite have the read on what was happening, and they incentivized Paper X to go for the push into A.
Yeah.
They, Team Heretics that is, are now dropped onto an eco round, and it's desperate territory once more. Just these two that have been put together back-to-back Paper X apply so much pressure.
Yeah, you're feeling every second in this timeout now for Heretics. That scoreline starting to feel such a threat. 10 could be there for Paper X, and they have map 1 behind them.
Ayo, 2-0-kan.
2-0 doesn't look impossible now. Heretics need to dig deep. They got to find something here. Not the player. Just something to work. Couple of sheriffs, a stinger, the light shields, no ults to bank on.
Right here.
Where will it come from now?
Right here.
These are the spots where you're looking towards. I mean, they've got the Marshall Sheriff idea playing over towards Showers, but my eyes are glued onto Miniboo because I think this is the spot where he needs to be taking a couple of liberties, trying to get his read on the game.
See if he's up for it. Frustrating probably in the last round, so has to get himself back on the right page. Playing on that corner. Looking like he's ready for this too.
It can be really difficult to proactively play the Waylay on defense. It's quite easy when your opponent's coming into you.
Okay.
Slow.
The wall not going his way, so he does get to stay on this line.
That's his own saturate.
Bunuh dia, Fai, kotak Fai, kanan Fai, sharp Fai.
Not great.
Back over towards A. Boo and Woot still out here with that Marshall Sheriff combo. But you can't really get the value through the smoke you're looking for. They need rotates in fast.
Getting there, but it is going to be slightly behind the curve now. And spray and pray ain't going to be answered. It's Rien's only landing 1 back. Forsaken.
Aduh, bomnya.
Well, it ain't over yet.
Aduh.
Fighting 2.
Aduh.
A nail for this.
Aduh, what the fuck?
Benji.
Aduh, what the fuck?
Doing this himself if he has to. The Forsaken found. Heretics. Miracles answered now.
What a play from Woot, man. Finding that value from such a tough position, played in his teammates. And Paper X just got stuck. It's a disastrous opening, obviously, but the recovery was immaculate. Jing, blinded up by Woot, wanders into the smoke for a free kill on Benji. Benji then picks up a rifle, just as Forsaken drops one and picks up the Marshall. Those are the kind of miraculous rounds from Masterclass 50 that get you back into games like this. Because it swung the economy drastically.
That's all it took. 1 round and it's game back on. 9-8. No rest for the Wicked here. As Paper X asked to do something similar. Right back to Heretics. But as you said, that pendulum has swung. Money. Much better now for Heretics. Maybe confidence too.
I think as long as Paper X don't waste some of their ultimates in this round, though, they'll be straight back on the horse. You just can't allow the moment to get to you. Of course, if they get an opportunity to really hammer things home, then fair enough.
Izin pamit bang, mau tidur.
Fine margins. Jing wants in. He's found the body. Takes away Woot, but Rien's quick on the trade. Does have the help from Boo here from up above. And the rotation coming through from Miniboo. This isn't an isolated effort anymore, and stall on the plan.
Ada anjing kan Pari.
Benji still has to stay over towards B in case there's a pivot through that teleport.
They want this. A pre-take near on, and it's worked wonders this time. Minibu Rien's fighting back for the site. There's something looking for an upgrade. Gets himself a Sheriff as Forsaken still alive. Just a multi-kill so far. But Heretic should play for the post here. Triple swing. Great call. Great discipline. And now we're back at 9 apiece.
Every time you think you might see a mental collapse from one of these teams, the resilience is actually the defining factor. The comeback in the first match from PaperX. The confidence from Minibu in a spot like this. It's an anti-eco. He still goes for the aggressive play that his team needs to set the others up. Gets a pick off the back of it too. Minibu only got 2 kills. He went 2 and 12 on the defense side of Ascent. And now here already with 4, doubling that. And I think it's more difficult to play the Waylay on defense than it is to play the Yoru, for example, on Ascent. But he's out here. He's putting it all on the line. That's what you want from both of these teams. 9-9.
Tadi PHR6K kena interview,
on both sides. I think PaperX have had some nice ideas here. I don't think you can allow losing a single rifle round and then an eco. Well, it wasn't even a rifle round, was it? It was an eco, an anti-eco that they lost into an eco of their own. So once the guns are on board here, PaperX have been the better team. I don't think they're too worried about it. They're going to burn their first time out for a little discussion.
Don't mind it. It does give chance though for Heretics to check in as well. See a chance there for them to get everything right. As you noted, a couple of these ults on both sides now. Maybe a quick reminder of something they have in mind. But the buy's still far from perfect if you are looking at the PaperX boys. Light shields across the board are at least going to be up on the full weapons, but still, be suffering in some aspects. See if they can answer back. I think I'm with you on that though. When it came to the gun rounds, they have looked very, very solid. Good ideas, good approaches. That grit though for Heretics, keeping them very present, especially in the scoreline.
I want to see PaperX when they get into sites, not focus on getting the plant down too much, because Heretics have got crazy plant denial. Take the fight, take the extra step further, and try to engage the Heretics players.
It's a rare day, you have to encourage them to go aggressive. It feels like it's normally very much in the DNA. It would be nice to see that little bit deeper fact-finding.
Oh, they've got the ults to play for it this round.
Right, something searching deep on this. Still 2 players on the site, so it's certainly not a free take. Something's got to be careful. Ult comes in. Something. Back with the boys. Boot trying to hold the line from backside, but it's Heretics trading in 2 for 1. Site still not secure and Plant certainly not down. Boot just trying to stay alive through the smoke pretty much. Passing each other like ships in the night. Forsaken a little bit deeper than maybe they'd expect, but he can't do anything with it. This time something in the
shit, guys, not good, guys.
Vulnerable.
Not good, guys.
Easy to find, and Heretics finding stability in the final rounds here. 10-9 now.
They're controlling that aggression really nicely here on the defense side. PaperX though, they go for that additional layer I'm talking about, but as they flash, the smokes are still up, so nobody gets blinded by it. And the synergy they're going for with their ultimates, well, Patman didn't catch a single player in the Fade ult. They didn't have the info to be able to put that in the right place. It didn't set up something for the pick.
Stealing my kills.
So not the perfect execution there from PaperX, and you see the frustration from Alex. They've offered an opportunity for Heretics to get back in this game.
He also said in that interview, there's been the right ideas, it's just been sometimes the execution of them that's been fallen short. Sometimes it felt like, again, that was the right idea, but the execution just off. Now
Dia bukan bagus kata di first half.
Yeah, love this from Minibu,
They could do with some magic, couldn't they?
Oh, they need a bit. Ooh, Minibu caught a little asleep at the wheel there.
Well, he had to check
Musuh-musuhnya Jing jago Jing ke
She's
aku
down on 5 HP. This is giving them a real chance at this. It's scrambled. It's chaos on the site, but the spike is left alone in showers. They can't get out yet.
Siapa tahu masih ada kemungkinannya gitu.
Gone before the storm. So close to one another, and it's Forsaken to strike first. And this is the brawl they were looking for. Jing finding Boo, it ain't over yet. No security to be found here yet.
Okay, we can plan.
The last 2 alive, didn't expect it in this round.
Jing's done incredibly at controlling lamps. Showstopper online as well, but no health to work with.
Ini 48 ini darahnya nih.
How much you meant to do? That's one, takes a bit of damage. Right.
What the fuck?
Something. What do you have for us now? You'd love to find someone, but you've been found yourself. And the options looking dreary, being herded, put into a corner. Because that's him. Three ends, close by, ready to be the one to take one step further. 11 rounds now for Heretics.
I thought Paper X had done it there, man. I thought that they'd managed, with that 2K from Jing, to take control that they needed to get the round out. And Woot somehow, as the Prescience just to expect someone on that corner. There's so much damage, but it's this kill right here. Does he see him?
Yeah, there's just something there.
Oh, that's mad. That is absolutely mad. He gets the pick he needs and it opens the floodgates. Rifles back, but attack timeout. The second one used here for Paper X.
Unbelievable.
So now, last opportunity for the coaches to have any impact before a potential OT. And we may get there. It feels like a game that could have OT written on it, but Paper X would have to win this one. They're at risk of being ecoed again. And they've already used a lot of those big ults that you would expect them to get the advantages on their attack side with. I think they're really struggling with the style of Heretics here.
I think so. I think that's a really fair assessment. And now we get to see a little bit more layering as well coming out from Heretics. Gonna see that operator in play. Woot opting for this here. No ults to bank on this time, though, for Heretics. Still got Jings ready to go if there's the opportunity beckoning. It does feel a little bit desperate at times from Paper X here, clutching opportunities that simply weren't allowed. But again, Heretics handling them well. Go back in 9-11. Heretics feeling like maybe Lotus is a reality. That third map. We talked about resilience between both of these sides, the ability to bounce back. They both had their fair share of heartbreak in the past. Who's got what it takes now?
4-player stack to start the round over here for Team Heretics. Maybe just setting up for a flash horn at the beginning. Though it looks like Woot wants to take a peek. He's always got that gate crash to go and help Benji.
There's the flash, there's the horn. Gonna give away Jing's position, but mostly just gives Woot this deeper line, but it feels readable potentially.
I think it might have been an anti based on the fact that Jing likes to go down short with the showstopper. They might have been trying to put pressure early on and just make it a bit more readable. Jing doesn't really have the space now to go for that A exec.
Feels like they're putting this together, they're figuring out the plan, but you still have to deal with Woot. Dangerous. Pixel spotted. He's hunting it down. You can see the temptation, but forced away.
Oh, nice.
And now Jing's got the space to try to go in, but Forsaken calls them back. They've still got a double stack in Hookah to try to deal with. Could be Divine making this call. We've seen him with some mid-rounding that was super impactful early on. Map 1. This is tough though to break.
It really is. And it looks a contact piece.
Nampak
Those lines, but in the grave nevertheless. Rien's comfortable on the corner. And the cavalry called in as well. Rotations on the way. Prowler up long. Trying to outstep Benji. Ain't gonna happen. Forsaken though, still alive and still a threat. Pop of the ult. Fights back on another. Benji's dead. It's a 3v3. But Miniboo getting interested. Traded out. Blow for blow, these two sides. Heart is in. Time on Paper X's side.
Have to wait for Boo. Boo booking it to try to get into Hookah as quickly as possible. But that opens opportunities for Paper X to go walkabouts. They're very separated currently. If Forsaken gets a pick though, he has ult online and the round is almost impossible to defuse.
They done enough. Paper X done enough here. Heretics running low on time. Have to
what the fuck?
Make a chance, and Jing called upon to potentially save Paper X here. Around the house as we go. Lives to fight another day as Heretics push on to 12.
He's been the best player in the server today, Woot. He's been absolutely on fire across maps 1 and 2, but that is a tilting way for Woot to win that. The wide swing onto Forsaken, and Jing has to jump on it. And all of that levity, the singing and dancing from Paper X when they were up massively in the first half, it's got to be crushed.
Jadi Heretics 12.
Itulah dia. Everything stacked against them right now. They need 3 just to get it to OT. And it's Heretics who are the ones being proactive, making the moves and winning the contact duels.
The dream they've been running on might be turning into a nightmare. Paper X having to face their fears now. Close on the line, trying to get the timing on the spam.
Overtime nih.
It's ahead of it. This is confidence aplenty, dangerous choices, but the right call and the right timing to fall away. Jing, bold in his approach, but then going to be marked, going to be noted here.
There's a massive pit as well. Waylay grabbing a ton of information and setting up Woot on the line.
What the fuck?
Oh, it's falling to pieces for Paper X, getting no access here. Heretics in full control.
They have to go back into Benji Fishy's ultimate.
Last place you want to be going. What other option do they have now? Trying to clear the site as they go. Rien's putting down Devi. Just two left alive, and Heretics showing signs of life here in a rotation, but a prime position for Boo. Can he secure it now? Patman still standing, but merely for a moment. Line gathered for Heretics. And that nightmare reoccurring now as Lotus is going to be map 3. We'll be back after this in just a moment.
Aurus ngentot. Lu mau diam gak Aurus ngentot? You shut the fuck up, bitch. Ini biar seru, ini biar seru. Santai, santai. Santai, 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 santai. Kalem, kalem. Kau diam. Bapak kau ya. Diam, diam, diam.
Aduh, next Lotus ah.
Win for my family and myself.
Kalem,
For you
kalem,
guys,
kalem.
I wanna win because I wanna play more. I mean, I'm gonna bring back.
You shut the fuck up, Mini Bu. I don't want you. Main yang bener lah, PPRX. Tolol banget, anjing. So many throw demi throw, anjing. Wah, PPRX kalah game ketiganya. Aku off stream anjing. Off stream aku. I quit watching PPRX. Kenapa enggak 2-0 saja? We'll be back after the short break. Bentar guys ya.
Game changers. It's about competition, pure happiness. It's like a crazy experience. We're making history. It means so much to us.
It's good to be back.
I guess what I've been looking for 6 days.
The beauty of gaming is it doesn't matter who you are. But as long as I'm good enough,
Everybody's getting a 4K.
I can go as far as I want.
That's what I like to see, baby.
全世界都会知道我们的厉害。
Are your Valorant esports instincts next level?
This man is a big player in big games.
Prove it. Put your game sense to the test with the all-new VCT real-time prediction game, Shot Call. It's a Twitch desktop extension available exclusively on official VCT broadcast channels. With Shot Call, you and your friends will be able to call your shots, score points, and earn rewards. Here's how to play. During the official champion streams on Twitch, open up the Shot Call overlay on screen to make real-time predictions by answering questions. Whether it's predicting a Forsaken clutch or correctly calling a site rotate before it even starts, you'll score points, climb a live leaderboard, and have the chance to win prizes. Play along seamlessly with Shot Call's built-in notifications, or open the extension in full to check your progress and see how other viewers are guessing. You can call the shots during Valorant Champions Paris starting on September 12th. Tune in, try it out, tell us what you think.
We need PPRX to win, please. Anjing, papi udah immortal.
Match found. Deathmatch. Warm up.
Their lives are so meaningless. Might as well give them to me.
Fight!
Embarrass them.
lah babaji.
Ay, corazón. Adiós. Pathetic. 3 souls. 4 dead.
Dominating.
Phoenix kill.
Kills remaining. Dominating.
Jadi ini ngobar bermain tunggu game 3. Harusnya udah tamat nih. Menunggu game ketiga, bre.
You're nothing.
5 kills remaining. Dominating. One kill remaining.
Apakah sudah main lagi?
Of their minds, just nagging at them, letting them know they're going to Lotus. This is territory where they just lost that. Something as an individual that we're seeing on our screens right now. The question is posed to him: can he step up? Can he gain confidence in the final moment in his team's hour of need?
And what we need to see from Team Heretics is probably a lot of what Fnatic was doing yesterday, and something that they also did on Bind.
Sepertinya
A lot of
rungkat nih
retakes.
guys.
Look at having the deadlock,
Lotus lagi guys.
play for their styles. You don't have to fight that much with
Sepertinya rungkat nih.
the side, and it's something that worked very well. Watch out, Paper Rex. We've taken the Hobbit. Think also as well, Reeds, I'm looking at you. I want to see the same that I saw yesterday from Boaster with the Odin, from Tree. I want to see it from you. I want a Paper Rex to have PTSD going into Lotus.
A couple of days ago, Paper Rex defeated G2 Esports, and everyone thought that they'd be at the top of the mountain, but now they find themselves on the brink of elimination. Can Los Niños pull off a miracle? Let's find out.
Los
and send it back
Niños.
over to Pansy Inside Show.
All on the line now. This is what it's about. Two very different positions to be in for these teams. The fact that Heretics brought it back in map 2, overcoming their woes. But the worries for me are not with them. It's PaperX having to overcome a true living nightmare of facing this map for tournament life.
They obviously choked that 9-1 lead that they had, but the focus, not necessarily on the half where they were up 9-1, obviously the half where they couldn't get even a single round. Their attack side, where they're beginning here, something had 0 kills in that attack side. 0 and 10. He talked about the fact that recently hasn't been feeling confident in his recent matches, doesn't really know why, has to fix it. Well, this might be your final hour to do so. PaperX all the pressure on early, but they'll have gone over
Let's
that
go,
game.
PaperX!
They'll be feeling good about the adjustments.
And start. PaperX though, making no quiet steps towards C. Happy to be loud about it.
One of the things they were self-critical of was the fact that they were going for so many just off-round execs. Go take mount control, immediately go C. This time, they go for that C default, but then open the door. Pressure anyone who might be pushed up towards B, like the Chamber. Leave Divide to get info on the opposite side of the map. So, Forsaken's got more options to work with. Options to go towards A, to pivot through that blue room.
But this is a dangerous man.
What?
Be going towards early spot, doesn't stick around too long. Goes that next step.
Trip here to slow them down.
That's a frustrating springboard in, slowed down for sure, but not over-rotates yet from Heretics. Playing quite calm towards that CT side. 2 different players now noted. They should have a good idea who's here. This early work with Woot, he's already dropped down, both of them. It's a horrible surprise as Heretics ring the bells of PaperX. And they're not stopping. It's Divide needed, and he can't do enough.
Exactly as Kukuku was talking about on the desk. This is the style that Team Heretics would like to replicate. What Fnatic did yesterday. You put a bit of early pressure on them, find out where PaperX are going, and then get back into the site with these retakes. And PaperX just couldn't hold on. They lost 3 retakes on C, they lost 2 retakes on A. It was a nightmare. Even though they got in positions to get the plants down, they just couldn't convert. And this is going to be rattling around in their brain, because that is an exact repeat.
The fear for me is this goes beyond just the latest game. You look back to champs, you look back to those losing sour moments that have haunted these boys for a long time. It's on Lotus too. They have suffered here. The only way to overcome this is to fight through it. Not the start they would have wanted, but they can change their fate. PaperX now look to try and do something here. Not a great deal to play with. The Frenzy and a Sheriff on the other side.
Looks like a deliberately missed smoke here. Forsaken has something to pop out of and boost up the read.
Although something able to slip ahead, should be dead here. He is. Decent enough though to get 1. Heretics happy to allow them in the door.
They've got B locked off. They can take this fight.
Jing? Divide? Did you forget who you're facing, Heretics? You can't take them lightly. So now it's down on Woot and Rienz. A swift backhand to remind you The Paper X are lethal every day of the week.
Riens has to survive, still with full util.
Alah, spamnya bagus sekali.
Okay, Batman, show me some magic here. 30 HP and 45 seconds, plenty of time. Woot on the other side. Safety found in the end, but my God, they made that one dangerous.
Incredibly so. In a manner in which was surprising, because Team Heretics felt like they completely isolated Jing on site. He just runs up on Boo, takes him out, and Devi gets played in through the smoke. This bonus round will have barely any sting whatsoever. I haven't said that. Woot with a headhunter. They did keep an outlaw. Yeah. A little bit of disappointment there for Paper X's coaching staff that they weren't able to clean up the round. But they should be able to get on the board fairly quickly.
1-3-1 beginning. Sitting passive.
Moodnya chamber diserang mu.
See, for Heretics, it is going to be pretty calm here. This, I guess you could call it bonus. Slightly more passive line. That's a shoulder. See, decent. Oh my God, seeing more than just a decent amount of progress. Dropping the body.
That's an incredible shot. Pivot through into B though. Open doors and an easy plan. But Boo can tap this connector, throw a paranoia through, and distract for the retake. Heretics want to play for those.
Yeah, not out of the woods just yet, even on the better weaponry. So they're sending Jing forward. Putting his body on the line, and he's alone. No help coming, but he doesn't need it right now. Finally put down and traded out. It's Forsaken still alive. You're looking at the pressure on the back lines, but it's late. Who got this in hand?
Okay,
Paper X. Alive.
Pretty bad grab that nade combo actually there from Heretics. Didn't go deep enough into the corner to catch onto Jing and put the pressure there in heaven. But I like from Paper X that they're trying to push further, deeper in the post plan. Paranoia up through heaven allows Jing to fight for that extra space. We've been making a lot about this map as it pertains to the downfall of Paper X and that 9-1 loss. Come on! But Heretics also just got brutalized out here.
Yes.
And one of the reasons was that they couldn't hold rubble control. So Paper X should, on the attack side, be able to take this space whenever they like. They can get past the grav net. It does nothing.
Getting straight there again. Not the first time we've seen it. Their last round too. Bit of a switch up though. Benji this time playing O toward A. Looking like a committed approach thus far. Swing on the door, drawing all eyes here. Blue room picked up by Miniboo. Danger on the door drop, gotta be careful.
Hey,
Miniboo catching two unawares. You don't get to do that against him. A third as well.
Spike down.
Leaving blue room painted red. Heretics leaving just two alive from Paper X now. What did Defy and Forsaken do?
Gak pernah live lagi, parah.
Halo Ngaps. Forsaken makes a play.
Defy?
Actually with a 2K, eventually shut down though. They're not going to be able to buy very well in the next. They had a couple of players with great money and a couple without any, which is why those two guns towards the end could have been absolutely imperative for them. And yet they've chosen not to go for that. I mean, they had minimum loss bonus as well.
So much further.
So still might have not been enough. Heretics immediately answer back after that anti-bonus with a big round from an important player. Someone who's most likely to doubt themselves, who says their main reason for wanting to win this game is to help their brother become a champion.
Not a bad reason by any means, but Forsaken having something to say about the matter. And Blue nearly reminded to not take them too lightly either. Four in the corner, and gonna be dead. Paper X.
There go the brothers. Taken out instantly. And Miniboo with an ult to boot. The Thrifties were defining in getting Heretics back into bind. And here they might offer an opportunity for Paper X.
This would be dreamy for them, wouldn't it? But this one, ult there for Jing if required, Devi as well. Hatman, this is lovely. It's just lacking that weaponry on two, but still, the open site to work for.
They found this timing pretty perfectly. Question is whether you want to take a little more aggression in the post plan. This is one of those spots where I don't think you need to. You have ults. You have free space, you have a player advantage.
Spike planted.
See if they can keep it, or how long they can keep it. Quietly and cautiously. No way! Paper X caught again! This is ridiculous stuff, and now something's position will be given away, as will Devise. Something tries to stand, he falls. It's just too simple for Heretics.
The two players fighting over towards Pit go down in an instant, and one of them is Jing, who has an ult to try to stop the retake from happening. You can't be taking early duels like that if your job is to spring back in. He swings to trade Patman, take the L, go back in with an ultimate, make them scared. Devai as well chooses not to use a Steel Garden in that situation. It just is too easy.
Pulang.
That's a timeout.
Their post plants are a massive worry. They only got 2 rounds on the attack side of Bind, and that was, you know, they had a 7-5 half, got 2 rounds, and then at 9-7, they lose the plot completely. Heretics on the run back 6 rounds in a row. And again here on the attack side, this is where they lost to Fnatic. This was where they lost, what was it, 10 rounds in a row, I think, after a 9-3 half. Disgusting stuff.
And it has to be there, even in the back of their minds. I'm sure coaching staff, Minnie and Alex, both don't want that to become something they can't get rid of, they can't shake off. But these are echoes of those previous games and those previous woes already starting to show slightly, and some of these tendencies, some of these problems. If you're Heretics, you're grinning ear to ear, man. This feels fantastic. Everything working well. Firing, Mini-Boo looking solid.
Heretics already have more rounds than in their loss to Giants on Lotus. That was the 13-3. They got pasted. So this is a fantastic beginning. An opener that's showcasing that they can play this retake style and put a lot of pressure onto Paper Rex.
Make it count now, Paper Rex. Coming out of this timeout, you got decent buy yet, Jing. On the judge, doesn't worry me too much. Actually going over to the ball.
Menangin Fnatic sih, chance finalnya besar
banget. Last time Jing had a buy like this, they went for a C exec, he double blast packed into a smoke. But that was the start of the downfall.
Change up here, however. To show an early interest towards that B side. Pressure door, TP out.
They can't stop the door from being open, but it's dangerous to try to break this wall out here. From a safer position, they do break one of the smaller limbs of it, but they threaten across. Benji still with an annihilation, can put a lot of pressure and save a lot of time for rotates to come through, help to arrive. All about the ults this round to me.
Yeah, and that blue door rotation last time, it's Mini-Boo straight away. Can he catch him scrambling? It'll be hard to find a target here. See what he finds. Oh, he's chasing this one.
Jing, my skill.
And he finds Jing. Big scalp to claim. That's the showstopper gone. The reaction is required. Benji and Benzol gets the catch as well. Forsaken looking to be kidnapped. Benji trying to fall back somewhere safer. And it's just all Come back out though. Patman gonna find Benji before he had any say in the equation. Boom. Does work on one, but it's gonna be down to a 1v2. Who's still alive and 2 men to find. Devai on guard. Juicy will not let Patman fall. Paper Rex still in this.
Heretics got so much space off the back of those ultimates. Paper X battle back. They were forced to take risks. I really like the push from Patman. He goes up and around a smoke to be able to catch a backstab timing. Attempt at the outplay there from Jing.
30 seconds left.
But in the end, more of a scrap on the site, less of that standard retake setup, and Paper X thrive in the chaos. Both duelists still with ultimates to play around.
Masih double lah, masih double.
They've been taking these openings to the round a little slower and giving themselves options. This one might be all in.
It's going to be divided. Hard to make this work. Jing, got to make it work. No, he's stuck.
That's a bad
this is
settle.
looking like a disaster. What do Paper X do now? Finally making it through, but it's not going to have the same sort of punch to it, but at least they have the sight.
But all of the retakers around, putting the pressure on early. Heretics are going to be here almost as the plant goes down.
Yeah, this is very, very early. Paper X have been playing on the site itself. Only one disconnected away, being Divide. Can they win out the scrap this time? No, so far they've fallen. Something goes down on the front lines. Benji rewarded. Find those next steps up though. Patman replies. It's not simple stuff just yet. Forsaken sends the paranoia and gives them time to turn, but Devi falls to Boo on the back line. Has to be the pressure from Door. You can see the discomfort. Forsaken has to look left, look right. Jing's still standing. Batman as well. 2v2. Batman playing it forward.
Batman need to win.
Fantastic.
Time.
Great work
Batman
from
hide.
him.
Batman hide.
Just
Save it. Save.
got bullets to play with. But there it is. Time's gone. Paper X. I mean, getting the scraps they kind of wanted.
Batman's the savior again. After the play that he made in the previous round, taking the risk, here, he's like a turret, just cemented in his position, annihilating Heretics retakers as they come in. And if he hadn't put on a performance like that, I don't think there's a chance that Paper X would stand. Look at these shots.
Just about everywhere, wasn't he?
Yeah, I mean, the fight on Miniboo is difficult to hit as well. He's flying out on a big wide swing. Paper X desperately needed that one, and I don't really like the way that they approached it. It was very all in. Jing got stuck. They needed a hero, and Patman, the newest player to the roster, was him.
Might be the cure to their woes, but the challenge is Boo. Feeling brave and up to the fight, he gets found by something. Quick reaction from Paper X. As Heretics throwing everything on the line here. Hold on, the ends. Not bad at all, but not good enough. Paper X gonna survive through the storm.
What a crazy fight to take. Heretics throw down their deadlock wall and Paper X just press their noses up against it. Faces against the glass, shooting bullets through it. But the first serious attempt here that we're seeing for Team Heretics to try to win a rubble fight, and even with their utility, finding some level of value, they still lose it. And this is what was killing their defense side against Giants. And they're still not finding any value in this area of the map. Paper X can
take 4-sama, here we go. We are not that bad, we are not that bad.
Is there anything now to stop them? Jing again, making this look oh so simple. Woot though, looking to try and find the players behind. Stays just that second longer, but will have to fall away. They are fast to this.
Looks like they might want to pivot through the blue room.
There.
Got Patman with an ultimate to give them information and take away audio cues on B.
Oh, look at this paranoia. Didn't quite get around the corner in time, but Boost still standing guard.
That's a good blind.
Paint shell to do the damage and a great follow-up. Backing in towards the B site, the plant looking likely. No ult to be able to bank on for Heretics, so plant in play. It's a 3v5.
You can't lose control of this one. And in fact, Heretics look like they might just be giving it up. That's the kind of round that Paper X never put together. Not one single time against Fnatic. They tried to beat pivot only once, and they didn't even have anyone coming from the other direction. Here, it's perfectly synced up between Patman and the players coming through Blue Room. The value from the ultimate, the nade kill, the prowlers in your face. The timing is all put together. A much better performance here, showing that they've learned the lessons of that catastrophic failure yesterday.
Learning quickly, it hasn't been much time between. These are still fresh wounds. But able to adjust this well here is a fantastic sign for them. Taking the lead up to 5. Heretics gonna be asked a couple of questions now. Can they adapt back? Can they find a way to handle this? Those opening forays, those opening moves from Paper X are starting to look good here. Starting to look a bit more comfortable.
Well, they've also put pressure on the Heretics economy, which means that they can't go towards something like an Odin as easily. The Odin across from Tree, Gakuka was again talking about it on the desk. That was something that Boaster was doing immaculately, and they had so many troubles dealing with it. I'm sure that they've got a game plan to try to navigate that if Heretics pull it out. But at the moment, especially if you can't fight for rubble control, you kind of need something like that. The big 1-2 combo that was killing Paper X is the Odin spam from Tree, and then Kayak taking peeks from that blue door. And we haven't really seen that game plan coming out the same way again here from Heretics. They're not going to have the funds, as I said, to go for the Odin. So more of it comes down to Woot trying to get on aggressive lines. And the Chamber is a little limiting. Sure. It's not horrendous by any means, but he doesn't have the same freedom that he does on the Jet and the Yoru across map 1 and 2.
A little bit more choreographed in application, but at this point, I need a timeout for Heretics. You don't want to let that pendulum swing because Paper X, that momentum, when it gets behind them, it only gets stronger. And it has been that kind of Patman display, getting them back on track. Devi, consistent backbone of this side.
Patman dari kemarin sih OP.
It could be a brawl right off the rip. Looking for that Seize nade combo. Apex have
It's
to be
a
on
sea
guard here.
brawl.
Leaving it a second. And now the commitment. Scramble, get away.
Patman mati.
Patman gonna take a lot of damage.
Ah, tak mati ah.
I have no idea. I actually have no idea how he got away with that one. But they did lose one in the process. Forsaken did go down.
Forsaken's having a bit of a rough game here, 3 and 8. Trying to focus on calling a better squad.
Ui, dapat. Good net, good net.
Pivot towards B has been a great get out of jail free card for them. And a good
Peace clear,
find. They're
peace clear.
looking a little bit deeper there and sending Rien's away barely
Alah,
alive.
something.
I like this from
Don't have a
something. A
TP
bit
something.
audacious, sure. You need something to secure you this comfortable post plant, but his teammate's fallen, and the aim's messy. A rarity to say, as Boo battling back for the boys. Just Divide and Patman, the two who've been exceptional for Paper X to this point.
The push from Patman is really nice. Threw a C's to block off the waterfall players and now goes up towards Boo.
Patman harus menang.
Gonna be somewhat behind them, and Divide still standing strong. Rien's was the walking wounded earlier. And again, the
Let's
danger
go,
zero
Davai.
doing exactly
Davai OP, Cok. Davai Patman anjing.
in this game.
Sick 4v5 round from Paper X, exactly what they needed. Great adjustments in a post plant setup.
Tuh, dia maju pin, dia orang gila. Kok bisa selamat ya Patman ya?
And yeah, you're right, it was a bit sloppy on the aim. Or whether it's Patman putting resistance in one area, then sprinting into another. I've been really impressed with Patman so far. I think he is stepping up just when his team needs to stay in the tournament, to make it to the big
Kayaknya dia
arena,
dodge yang
play
pecah yang
under the
kecil
brightest
satu.
lights. And another massive rubble fight. Team
Dia
Heretics
nggak kena yang besar.
Going back in repetition, hoping
Perang, bos.
for a different outcome this time.
Oh, Pepper, respect,
Noted.
respect.
Mini Boo gonna be considered here, and it's on a weaker purchase, even harder to
Nice
make
shot, bye.
Divide has been monstrous. Massive impact.
Sick punish onto Wu. A low buy round for Heretics. So Divide probably not incentivized to use his ult in this one. But he's created such an opportunity for his team to go over towards C.
Oh, it's wonderful to see for Divide. Again, this team is
Udah
filled with
cycle
superstars. Hard to pick one from the litter, but again, he is having a
Berapa kali dah
moment
dia
here.
cycle.
Heretics gonna try and make this count. Those weaker weapons, Stingers, Sheriffs, odds and ends. Patman on duty, on site, not allowing much of a look back here.
I'd like to see somebody doubled up with Patman. He might end up getting double, triple swap.
Anjing ini apa angle?
Yeah, they go for the high-low.
Centil kali ya anjing ini.
Not bad, but the paranoia is sharp. It's in the right place. Gonna force them to try and flee. Take him back towards water. Ball goes in, flash comes out, a bit of a trade-out, gets messy. Boo gonna find his connection towards Jing. But still, that backline is there. Divide part of it, still firing. Forsaken! Paper X finding stability.
We got 7, let's go!
Explosive round.
We go into the final one of the half. Paper X with a massive ultimate to be able to play around that steel garden online for Divide, who's got 14 kills across the 11 we've played so far. He and Patman have been imperative to this level of success. I think Heretics need to be able to put another on the board. They finally get the Odin out to play, positioning it over
Musuhnya
towards
double
Tree.
senti loh guys.
But it may be Woot who finds that early
Sedap
contact.
ini.
Paper X looking for a mount default again.
Pressure now. Shot does not connect as he dreamed.
Setipis tisu.
Has to fall away here. A real predicament. There's no further investigation from Paper X. Happy to leave it at that.
Alah, wallnya busuk sekali.
Jing with that mount control. Gets himself an ult orb, showstopper online. And Woot knew where he was going. He was pre-aiming for that jump. Couldn't land the shot.
Pakai Odin.
Wasn't quite sharp enough.
Udah mulai Odin dah dia anjing.
Odinnya habis 50 peluru buat tembak dinding tak pecah.
You don't normally see Benji pull one out. How
100
practiced
anjing
is
dah
he
kayaknya.
with it?
We also wanted the support as well from a similar character of what
Benji
Kayak was
CV.
doing, right?
Yeah.
Get that support system in place. As it stands a bit on his own, you can see the mini boot
Terlalu
is
OP sih
getting a bit
sebenarnya Odin di
closer
sini
here.
kontol memang.
Nonton Brok main
Combination
Odin
we're
wah
waiting for,
sedap
playing behind
sekali
the
ini.
smoke, sent scrambling by the paint shell.
Nonton siapa?
They are
Brok.
still stepping this way. Mini boot getting forced away. Paranoia coming in. Still Garden coming out as well. Benji playing this calm though.
He's still got the ult to be able to play around.
It's a worrying sound to him.
Huh? What?
Friends, you are out of your mind. The 4 HP ain't much to be writing home
What
about.
the
Paper
fuck,
X
Riens?
still alive and breathing. Still
Itu
on the
apaan
site.
anjing?
An incredible recovery after essentially
Roketnya tak
aimbot
bunuh,
comes out from Riens. A 3v3, but the spike can't go down. 10 seconds. Forsaken's got to create an opportunity.
Trying.
Triknya bro. Woi.
Oh, the wide
Jangan kena cancel plan-nya.
As
Jauh.
Boo has to face this on his own. A 1v3. It's so much to ask of one man. And Paper X have got to be feeling this now. Jack's behind. Nothing there. We can see where they reside.
Kalau dia bisa
Oh,
menang.
Allah.
a look in 8-4.
Itu tak masuk akal sih
Have
dia
they-
anjing.
Right. Have they
Batman
done
looking
enough?
hot, bro.
Is this enough? After what we saw before.
It feels like it, doesn't it?
Sumpah,
After
yang
7
Rain tak
rounds
masuk
in
akal
a
sih.
row, they
Tak
are the
masuk
ones
akal.
with momentum.
Tap.
This double kill from
Selamat
the
lagi.
is spectacular, and yet they're the only players who drop. Paper X with
Unreal.
perfection in the rest.
It's all possible. We'll be back.
Something with the white swing.
Why are we pushing? Man!
Why are we pushing? Salah tu Benji tak belum mampus.
Dia sayang ultinya dia.
Dia tinggal main waktu terus tembak ya, pasti dapat aja.
Iya.
Tapi enggak apa, push ya terus. Mampus kan. Enggak masalah saya.
Dari Indomie Spicy Bolognese dan Spicy Carbonara.
Ayo Ilyasan, menangin Ilyasan. Biar bisa tidur nyenyak Ilyasan.
Ijinisannya. Kali jatuh.
4-8. The worries and woes at the beginning looked like they were back in effect. But something happened to Paper X on that 6th round, and they went on a damn run after that.
I think they figured out exactly what Team Heretics were looking to try to do. The adjustment was sublime. And after losing 12 rounds in a row yesterday, almost all of them on their attack path, they now put together 7 against Heretics. And the pressure is just on massively. A Coinbase Econ report, you could have picked out Divine or Pac-Man because they were both sublime. Look at the damage done to Woot as well. Massive shutdown in the Sentinel versus Sentinel matchup. And Paper X have been great at pistol rounds too. If they put another on the board, it's actually Heretics that we need to be looking at, asking all of the questions about the big crumble. They came out to such a hot start, 4-1 up. And you heard the stress in the voice of Weber. After one of those late rounds, they need the mental pick-me-up.
Certainly do. Tough times now. But at this point, there's no easy games, there's no easy rounds, there's nothing easy about this. And it's all deserved, it's all hard fought for. If Heretics can't turn up when it matters, there's only one outcome. But the chance is still there. 4 rounds is enough, but it's not a lot. They've got to come out swinging here.
Woot looking to try and take some space as something holds down on Mound alone. And he's the defender that's going to get pressured early on. Still with a gate crash, opens the door. That would be the timing to try to get the fight on him.
Leaving that quite late.
TP.
And this man's dangerous from this position, but look at the damage he just took.
Yeah, big headshot. C-site open. And Woot always with an option to return back in that direction. This would be so bold to take a peek here on 3 HP.
You just can't. You just can't. You're going to have to go up the site. Heretics, they take, I don't want to say full control, they don't quite have that CT security yet.
Nade, paranoia, so many tools for Paper X to flood.
They're going back in, they want this back. You don't get to take this away from
Bapak dia retake-nya.
loves it. It's
Kalma, please kalma.
Barely, 10 HP. Woot's still here, but that spike is deep within control of Paper X.
Pac-Man!
Gift from the gods! Pac-Man turns around and is back on! Re-ends! Desperate to do it for the boys! But Jing on the other side, a big 1v1 toying with him. But Jing still standing his ground.
Dua pelurunya. One hit badan ya Jing.
Let's go! Jing stands bold against Woot, against Paper X. A critical round.
The game plan here for Paper X is what eventually gets them the win. They are so ready to go for that C retake with massive amounts of utility. As the push is coming in, it does get very scrappy in the final moments because Rian makes that insane play, the read to go and push Waterfall. But it's devastating. That's the 8th round in a row here lost for Heretics. And that's how they're going to be thinking about it. Not that Paper X earned it, but that they have failed to capitalize.
This is devastating stuff for Heretics. Going to be feeling every second of this. Probably going to have to suffer through this one as well. Facing 10 rounds against you more than likely. Slow down on approach towards B, but a chance. Mini Boo on his own, waiting for that wall to drop. There's no help coming. Yet at least. Something going to lean into the matter. A little bit of a flash and a little bit of a push. Sets up Forsaken.
Waterfall,
Paper X on the hunt. Desperate to close down on Benji, who is on the run. A 1v4 needed. Now would near on double his kills here. But he does get past the first. The second, a chance. Oh, he's fighting hard for this. Giving it everything he's got. And a chance again, 2 more bullets.
Okay, come on.
Paper X fighting for this. But Heretics not going down without a fight.
It's a great try from Benji, who hasn't really been able to find his value in this match so far. He'll be looking for moments like that to stamp his mark on the game. But as the game stands, as the map stands, down by 6, with 9 rounds in a row, lost here, and Paper X at least with a bad bye. Heretics must win this one. If they have any hope of being able to continue into the Accor Arena, they need this round.
Damn,
Could be a brawl over here on Mound as well. Heretics looking to default in that kind of area.
Paper X looking to be disruptive, looking to do what they do best, get under the skin.
Nice shot.
Forsaken. Fantastic
stuff here.
You have to be ready for that play. It's one that Paper X runs on their light buy rounds so often. And Heretics, in the midst of the chaos, forget.
We'll be remembering, though, to catch Defy on that little bit of a peak, however. So at least a small bit of silver lining to be had. But it ain't much. That's not bad, though. Trying to force Forsaken away.
Benji played for the Orb, Annihilation online, after his great attempt in the Eco previously. But they may need that ultimate to be able to get through. 2 Guardians and a rifle on the other side. Something on a very deep line at Rubble. The flash, by the way, put on the floor from Devi, not available for them in this round, but usually they're big key to getting back into retakes.
The impact of that missing now.
Yeah, and no paranoia for Forsaken, so this is going to be a tougher retake than usual on B.
Great for Heretics, they need something like this. Still got to keep these boys quiet, keep them cool. Something getting curious. We saw he was the one pushed up towards Rubble. Doesn't get the shot he wanted. Benji, good work. Men gonna find a reaction though and start
possible 3 lawan 2.
Dangerous. It's a 3v2 suddenly. The ult
wah,
has
yang
got to
kena,
catch. It's what they needed to maybe make this feel equal. But
Forsaken.
feel pressured.
Together, please.
Rian has to go above.
Forsaken.
He can't do it alone. And Paper X look untouchable. Forsaken has robbed them, jumping into the smoke with the classic up.
That was a straight up 1v1. The Annihilation had caught onto his teammate. Set up by this flash horde combo for the first. That ascent play, the rest, excellent.
Last player standing.
God,
and
look
the
at that.
push into Rians, who's been, again, the consistent pillar for Heretics. Forsaken can feel it. This is a complete reversal of what happened to Paper X yesterday. They are in control. They have the momentum. Heretics against the ropes.
Will only take a couple more punches and it might be knockout. Heretics literally back.
Good blind.
Come out swinging. Forsaken still standing though. The master of their disaster in just the previous. They do much more.
Let's go.
Heretics can't.
One more tap.
Right now.
Let's go 12.
Simply sensational.
11 ronde berturut-turut.
12 rounds to their name. Barely touched.
It's incredible the heights that you can get from both of these teams, but we knew it at the beginning, both capable of those mental collapses too. It's extraordinary that we haven't had more one-sided maps in this series, actually. With that being the identity of both squads, but here it's a smackdown. Heretics can't breathe. The pressure, the bright lights, too much. And 4 Guardians. Barely a sniff of hope.
The last chance here for Heretics. Do you want to go down like this? Barely with a whimper. Paper X foot on the throat at this point. Not making it towards side, but in their way, Divide. Been brilliant.
Divide is not giving up.
Unison with him, not alone. Something there, stands his ground. Gonna be hunted though. Something. So much pressure on him. Minibu gonna take away Divide. This is not the same sort of start here. Heretics putting everything into this.
Paper X fast on this flank though, gobbling up all of the space behind. So despite the fact they're in a 4v5, plenty of chances to close things out here.
That's a good fucking ult.
Good. TP back to Boone, trying to find some safety. The map gets smaller. Paper X.
That's a good fucking ult!
Heretics cannot breathe. It's all on Benji.
GG!
Do absolutely nothing. Paper X, masters of their own fate, vanquishing their demons.
12 ronde berturut anjing.
They couldn't have won in a better way here today, Lauren. Those rounds strung together, back to back to back to back. And a team that looked like favourites coming into champions into the Accor Arena. A scary team to face in that lower bracket. Could well still be on for a Champions Trophy. Unfortunately, more of the same for Heretics, isn't it? Big moments, huge matches. This one feeling like it could have been a grand finals level between the two teams.
Absolutely.
But they fall short in epic fashion once again. They're always on the brink, and yet they can't quite get over the line in big moments like this. It's got to feel devastating for them.
You can see it. That's a hard loss there. Especially when it feels possible. Sometimes
Paper X.
That's the most bitter pill to swallow. For them, they have to walk away. Think of next year. Different story, however, for Paper X.
Rebounding so well off that loss that broke the streak in terms of their global victories. They'd only had one other loss for ages to Zeta Division of all teams. But that big loss of streak of rounds really hurt, and it's good to see them back at peak form.
And I love seeing it's not just the Something show or Jing show. We've had Divide, Forsaken, Patman, all able to bring the rest of the side up as required. I think that takes a little bit of pressure off of Something. A couple more days, that arena, the next time we get to see them, and God only knows what form they come absolutely swinging out with.
You know that you can get the absolute best out of this team. It's just whether or not they can settle those demons. And I think they've done a great job today at proving to themselves more than anybody else that they can.
Absolutely. We are going to be sending it over to Jing down on the stage for the Verizon post-match.
Et le train Paper X ne s'arrête pas. Paper X keep the dream alive here at Champs Paris and make it to top 4. Jing, congratulations. I'm gonna have to borrow you for a second. Congratulations. Welcome to the top 4 here in Paris. And the first question I wanted to ask you is, you guys have been Team Heretics Kryptonite for so many time now. So, you know, why do you think is that, and what made the difference today according to you?
I think like we just understand the way they play, so when we play against them, we don't really have to adjust that much because like we know what they're doing. So yeah, I think that's why.
Kind of used to the gameplay for sure. Donc première question, vous avez été la kryptonite de Heretics sur les dernières années. Comment ça se fait? Qu'est-ce qu'on fait aujourd'hui? Eh ben on sait comment ils jouent. C'est pour ça qu'on n'a pas trop besoin de changer notre jeu ou de s'adapter puisqu'on est assez habitué. Je pense que ça s'est vu aujourd'hui. And my second question, since you've been back on Paper X, we've seen a side of flexibility on your side. You know, we've discovered the save, we've discovered the omen, but will Raze forever be your first love?
Yeah, of course.
Why? Because of the movements? Because of what? Are you built different on Raze? Tell us about it.
I mean, for me, I really like playing Raze because I think double slash thing is really fun. Like you can fly around and it's really fast. So yeah, I think It's my favorite agent and I love playing it.
And you're probably one of the best in the world on this agent for sure. Donc deuxième question, on t'a vu depuis que t'es revenu chez PaperX avoir un aspect un petit peu plus flexible du Omen, de la Sage. Mais est-ce que Raze ça restera toujours ton premier amour et pourquoi? Bah ouais, je m'amuse trop à jouer Raze, c'est mon perso préféré, double satchel dans tous les sens. C'est comme ça que je kiffe jouer au jeu. And last but not least, you know you're gonna be on the big arena. So ahead of that, what is the most important between aim routine and skincare routine? Because your mom told me that you were not doing your skincare routine enough. Do you agree with her? Tell us about that.
Yeah, I mean, my mom wants me to use like toner and stuff, but sometimes I'm kind of lazy, so I just use facial wash. But maybe since we're going to offer, I will do both aim routine and skincare routine.
Both the combo for the victory. Thank you so much.
Ferrari 6K.
Troisième question, qu'est-ce qui est le plus important entre l'aim routine et la skincare? Comme ça, on nous en avait parlé. Ouais, des fois j'ai un petit peu la flemme de mettre du toner, tout ça. Mais là, pour l'occasion, vu qu'on fait le top 4, je vais évidemment faire les deux. Thank you so much. Jin, congratulations again. You can, of course, get back to signing and taking pictures. And we're gonna see in a few minutes who takes the last spot for the top 4 between MIBR and DRX. Stay with us.
Hey! Betty! Sit down! Let's go! Shit and mini shit! Oh! Oi, 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 Patrick! Oi, oi, wee! Bum, bum, bum,
Coba lah kemarin bantai fanatik macam ni ya. Mantap, mantap PaperX, mantap. Bam bam bawe.
Ada apa di shop hari ini? Sampah.
Kemarin saya ada menggunakan Tom.
Ya, beli sih.
Aku mau beli Holomoku Vandal.
Holomoku apa tuh ini?
Vandal yang Maui-nya. We walk the talk. Selamat malam.